everybody. We're voice live. I think.
Yes. I think they probably caught everybody, but not hi. So you had to say hi again.
Oh, hi everybody again.
You didn't actually have to say hi again, but...
Oh well.
Those of you that can't see us, it's not just because you stared at the eclipse with no protection on, and you're blind now. We're not on screen yet.
Yeah, we're not
It
quite
turns out we're not
on screen.
It's crazy.
Now we're on screen, so if you're still just seeing the intro logo, then yeah, you did stare to the eclipse
I'm blind!
too long. Oh no, you should probably make better decisions.
Nah.
Oh, thanks, Giselle. Wonder who that is.
Yeah. Who could that be? Also, is there a Mimikyu GIF with freaking
Like
glow sticks?
lightsabers or glow
That's
sticks?
the best thing I've ever seen. Anyway,
it's one of Pat's emotes.
That's a freebie.
Yeah. Shout out to Patrick Static, super cool guy.
And he happens to be streaming right now, but don't leave us, please.
Yeah, him and Wade are streaming. So yeah, if you're, I mean, you know, if that's what you want to do, go for it. They're both,
that's
they're
true.
Both great. They definitely don't need your help, but they're both great, so I wouldn't blame you. I'll get to play D&D with Wade on Friday for a while still. I'm gonna miss getting
nice.
Pat and messing in Arena, but maybe that'll happen again one day. Who knows?
Yay, Panda!
Wow, Alto Panda 23. Wonder who that is.
Yeah.
They
Sounds like a dumbass name.
dumbass haircut.
That's a
anyway,
damn it! I was about to do it.
I think it's funny that a hype train can start just because you're sharing that you had been subscribed.
Because it counts that as
it does count.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. That way it does. That way you your like continued subscription doesn't just get missed in how many people are subscribed. Because normally it's just like it auto renews or whatever. So there's no.
And also, so it doesn't doesn't share that you've been subscribed when you're not actually watching or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so,
yeah.
That's why to press the button.
That's fair.
But yeah, so yes, so Dave, if you needed a reason to go subscribe to Patrick Static, then now you have one, so you can get that emotes.
Yeah, that is in fact a reason.
Ellie, thank you for gifting Dave a subscription.
Yay!
But I still double thumbs up, just so you know.
You did. Yeah, we can go face live. I guess everybody's ready. Or wait, hold on, we're not quite ready because the whatchamafuckit's not in the right place. Holy shit!
Got it.
Good job, Panda. Thank you for gifting a sub.
His hype terrain.
Oberon, Ellie
somebody
decided
else
to do
did it
another
too.
one for.
Yeah, it doesn't count if you do it multiple in a row. It has to be different people.
Yeah.
Wild.
I'm sure she was also bothered by it being at 93% and almost done.
It's crazy. We have hype train. Wow. Thank you. Everyone who contributed and everybody who didn't. Even if you're just lurking and being like, hurry up and start playing.
We still appreciate it.
I'm gonna play with your feelings.
Please don't.
I have more.
I'm delicate.
In my.
Did you say penis?
So.
What? He said feelings.
No, you said penis.
I did say penis.
Wow.
But I heard penis. That's why I was super confused.
I know. Why did you think I said the penis?
Okay, Floyd. We were talking about Pavlov earlier.
Okay, now we're going face live. You guys ready?
Oh no, God,
slip
no.
Son of a bitch! Put on your real faces.
All right, here it is. I got it. They can't see my ridiculous hand gestures for this. It makes it just, not helpful.
Now, son of a bitch! I didn't fix the thing I thought I fixed. Okay, all right. Now it should be fixed.
I need to roll a 17 to hit the Wendigo.
Do you know what that means?
I don't get in fight with a Wendigo.
Hey.
I mean, that's a pretty good answer to that question.
That's a pretty good answer. It's pretty much the only right answer.
Whatever the touch AC was remarkably lower, so I feel fairly confident that I can hit it one time before it rips me in half and eats me.
I mean, yeah.
You'd have to beat it in initiative, though.
It doesn't mind you touching it. There is
Well,
no
I don't
bad
have to beat
touch
an
when it comes
initiative.
to
It just has to hit one of you guys first. Duh. That's how that works, Molly. I always go last initiative. You guys just get hit first. There's a reason that Panda is always almost dead after every session, and you've had to be revived twice, and I've maybe taken 40 damage.
Yeah. Good thing it
We're
has 3
face
attacks,
live. Hi, everybody.
right? Anyway.
Hello.
Let me get the cameras proper. There we go. Now we're filling out our frames. Holy crap.
What?
So, yeah, good evening, folks.
Actually, Sammy.
I am doing a tiny bit of admin while we've been over here bullshitting because I cleared cache and cookies earlier, so everything is different now.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that always so fun? I just love that. It's like my favorite thing.
Somebody's definition of fun, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, that person's sick. Sick and twisted.
Absolutely.
Oh, I was gonna. Sometimes it's perfectly fine to like put things in their place
No.
after it's been cleaned up.
Huh. Fresh chat. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, we out here. Last session, the group. What'd you guys do? You guys did
stuff, man.
We did
do
the
recaps
totally
anymore.
legal delivery.
Yeah, that's right. You did that.
Panda managed to find out that Kala was poisoned twice, essentially. And I wasted my most expensive potion.
Oh, yeah.
He also found another ingredient for the storm, which I feel is equally as important as attempting to save someone's life. You know, gotta find them spiral shrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's the ingredient that he knew it needed, but had not run into.
Yeah, not expired.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we got like 11 people with us coming, I think.
We have 12 people, 6 commoners who are level 2, 4 warriors, 2 are level 2, 2 are level 3, 2 experts, 1 is level 2 and is a blacksmith, 1 is level 3 and is a saboteur, and his name is Galgan, and he's kind of like the de facto leader and the only person who's not like part of this like group collective as like friends beforehand. He just kind of showed up and is like also offered his skills to us in the art of saboteuring and, you know, some other completely legal activities that we're not gonna incriminate my man here in.
Yeah, never.
Yeah. Very legal.
We just got a whole bunch of cool supplies. That was kind of the end. We were doing a bunch of bookkeeping. We were going over the cool stuff we found, which was rad.
Yep. You got stuff. You've exchanged some of your liquid wealth for like different kinds of supplies and things you can trade to villages you might run into, because gold isn't going to be as worthwhile for them. And then
I didn't know we had to melt it before we traded it.
Wow.
Sorry. I was thinking a drink when you said it, so I couldn't make the pun at them.
So I thought about it when I was watching the video. Can I change what I had traded? Like 25 of salts and another 25 for like band-aids and such like that. Healing
Medical
supplies.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
No band-aids.
Make sure to put that in your notes.
Hello Kitty band-aids.
They won't actually be band-aids, they'll be bandages.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Band-Aid's the brand, guys.
Adhesive strips. No, but synonymous things. But yeah, you can just trade them for switch them out for medical supplies. We haven't moved or done anything yet that makes that impossible.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone else want to switch anything up while we're on the subject?
Yes, I want 85 sets of dice for Hunter's Game that I'm gonna bring. No, I'm kidding. I'm just fucking around. I'm just gonna spread the game to the corners of the globe.
Purchase 100 gold worth of risque drawings because people be lonely out there in the wilds.
Right. Introduce both porn and gambling. These just remote villages where they went to get
We're
away
like
from
the
that
American
shit.
government, man. We're just rocking it here.
I treat it like the post-apocalypse.
Oh god.
The only thing we're missing now is drugs. So like, you got.
Oh, you want some drugs too?
Panda's trying to make booze. That's close enough.
Close enough.
Whiskey and pesh, and what else can we find?
Mentats.
Mentats.
For those of you who didn't play a bunch of Fallout 3 with Patrick and hear him yelling whiskey and Mentats at the top of his lungs, I'm sorry you guys missed out on that core memory of my life.
Yeah. You guys, I'll recant that story at the next hangout if someone reminds me. I just turned my fan on. It's hot in here. It's always hot in here. It doesn't matter.
It's hot in here too, actually.
Move down the map to another place. You guys are on the map. The group, the chat is not. So let's jump on over there. So yeah, you guys got a night's rest.
Oh, we went to the coin collar before.
That's right. You guys are going to the coin collar. Thank you.
Oh yeah, because we wanted some good food. Mm-hmm. Or that's why I said I want to go there. I want good food before we left.
Was there any specific things you guys wanted to do while you're there? You're just kind of going to just relax, have a good meal, and head out the next day.
That's all I want.
Yeah, I believe that's it.
Sam?
If we run into Yanish for some reason though, I'm gonna give him the nod so he knows we did the thing.
Up or down?
Without telling him that we did the thing.
Right.
The completely legal errand we were asked to run that we asked no questions about and completed very quickly.
Hey, that thing that you sent me with, it got delivered.
What were you trying to say, Panda?
No, I'm rambling.
I say you get that thing I sent you.
Yeah, we'll say you you see him there briefly. You kind of give him the nod, and he gives you just like a little salute. Kind of this understanding of okay, cool, we're settled, So that happens. Just we'll say he pays for you guys' meal, sends you a bottle of something to your table. That is definitely not poisoned, which you'll discover after you've drank it. It's
yeah, because I'm not checking it. I'm dumb.
Why would you poison us after we deliver it?
Right?
We're good again.
We don't even know what it was.
Yep,
it's like the bit of take care of him, and you nod at the henchman. The henchman shoots him. No, that was to let him go. Take care of him.
With the pay,
we gotta work on our nods.
Yeah.
Whoops. Sorry, boss.
Up is pay him, down is shoot him. You gotta know these things.
Third time's the charm. Don't worry, I got you. Anyway, so yeah, he sends you a bottle of some good stuff. You guys have a pretty nice, relaxing evening. I imagine you try not to drink too much because you don't want to be hungover, getting up early as shit in the morning. But you can argue that if you like.
I started drinking and I like it now.
Sam has developed a reputation for cheap
research
and eating
the shakes.
full items at people's homes after drinking copious amounts.
So you're gonna drink the entire bottle of what it will say Alsani Gold Rivieri, and then cast all food on the bottle and eat the bottle.
What a power move! Recycling. Well, they can actually reuse that.
Right.
Recycling.
You guys was
I'm turning this glass into compost later.
I forgot to cast it. Oh no!
Ooh.
My teeth.
That first bite.
I
imagine the sound of teeth
mouth
on glass now.
Oh gosh,
I don't like it.
That's the guys. I forgot to prepare all food, but luckily I prepared cure.
Too bad it has verbal components. Bleeding.
Sure, it's only a 50% miss.
fail chance.
Oh, thank you for the subscription.
Wow.
Who
this?
What was that like?
Oh,
thank you for gifting the sub.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
Hope you're having a great evening.
On the face.
We were making jokes about what happens if you forget to cast all food before you eat a glass bottle, which just means you try to eat a glass bottle. I know you can't relate, hopefully. Neither can I.
Man, I do hope.
But yeah, good to see you, man. Looking forward to our next game together, which I think is on the 20th or the 27th? 27th. Yeah.
What is time?
That'll be fun.
What is time?
But yeah, cool. So wait. So does Sam Does
No,
he
Sam doesn't get drunk.
overindulge, or is he okay? Exercises
No,
some temperance.
Yeah.
Cool. So, all right, sweet. You guys have a nice evening. Pretty relaxed. There's a few performances and stuff that go on. I imagine rest of the crew's there. Verbrong has his whole security job out there that he's kind of moonlighting, and then you've got Hattie is obviously going to be there. Rahala's going to be there, so you guys just gonna chill, hang out for a bit, discuss plans. Try to de-escalate Hattie from her upsetness from not being able to go on this trip. But otherwise, it's good evening. Everybody ends up leaving lighter in spirit, and no lighter in the pocketbook, which is nice. So let's head back to your respective sleeping areas. Get a full night's rest, and pretty early in the morning, meet back up at wherever it was in town that you guys were going to group up. You see the rest of them are all up, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and such.
We were just meeting up in front of the office, by the way. Not that really matters, but I'm pretty sure we said that last session.
So yeah, it's like as soon as you're like coming out, or hell, even I would say probably by the time Lamia and Sam are like getting to the office, you can see that they're already gathering, and some are like waving at you, and a few of them are still like chewing whatever they're eating for breakfast, like they were like in a hurry to come out here and do stuff. Not every single person in the group is that golden retriever, right? Like some of them are obviously sleepy. You see a couple of the warriors are just like, just droopy-eyed and whatnot, and they're kind of there still waking up and whatnot. But there's just like a few members that you can tell are like super excited to get moving. Like they've obviously been looking forward to this, been planning for this for a while. But cool, so you guys get in, probably wave good morning to those people, get into the office, chit-chat with Eli for a second, you grab all your stuff. Hattie is going to run up and give each of you a hug and wish you luck. And see, as you guys come back out to greet everyone, they're saying, they kind of reinforce that plan of moving first from where you're at inside Con. Get that over here. Zoom in a bit more for the chat. And then you're going to make the relatively short trip to Curran. It's early. It's early enough that it's not too hard of a ride. And it'll be, to get like into the city proper and everything, it'll be a little bit of a push, but not too bad. You guys are probably going to be a little bit tired when you show up there, but like nothing too bad. And honestly, having just a little bit of a push here will, for you guys especially, give you a pretty good gauge about where everybody else is at as far as like how hard they can move when it's needed. Like if this is trouble, then you're gonna have to like really be cautious. So cool. It's not important for you guys really, but just so that we can get a gauge here. I'm gonna roll. Technically, it is over the normal 8 hours of travel for you to get into Curran proper. So there would be the forced march thing here. Okay, so most of them all hold up pretty well. It seems like the ones who are the most worse for wear, even though nobody's like dog tired, right? Nobody's like completely worn out. However, it looks like the lower level expert, the blacksmith, seems to be the most tired. And then after that, like the rest of like the commoners and stuff, relatively equally just like, oh man, yeah, that was something. That was a good practice run kind of deal. None of them are like completely wiped out, but yeah, he's definitely the most tired.
Gotta remember leg day, my man. I know you do arm day every day. You gotta do leg day.
Yeah, and this is more of a cardio thing. It's just like and they've got 6 horses between them, and the pack mule that is that's going along. Which really, it's just like the amount of gear and other stuff that is like slowing things down that made it such a push. But either way, you guys hit the road. Doesn't look too terrible. You get to Karen. Karen is not a very big city. Significantly smaller than Saikan, significantly smaller than Shand. It's just a tiny little place. You've been here before. It's pretty easy to find an inn, enough rooms and stuff like between everybody. Some of them are. Oh, that's nice, Ellie. Thank you. Enough of them are. Oh, that's right. Some of the people in the other group, especially some of the we'll call them the bushy tails, are like, they're like, oh, should we camp out instead of maybe we don't want to spend the money and it'd be good to get used to this kind of thing. And some other people are obviously just like, dude, we're gonna have so much camping ahead of us. Like, just take this will be a good chance to take the bed. It's gonna be a while, but the excitement's holding up. You say what?
Take the bed. This is a. Dude, just take the bed.
I
thought you meant we were just walking out of this hotel room with a bed, dude.
Yeah.
No, just like
slap some wheels on that. We got ourselves a carriage. It's a mobile bed.
Oh gosh.
Snail poll is up.
Yeah, it's been up for a minute,
Yeah.
but it is up.
I think I was the only one that voted.
For me.
Did you vote?
So far, it's still going.
I voted for me.
Lamia did look like she wanted to say something about the whole camping thing, but then she just shut up because, it doesn't matter. I camp anyway.
Hydrate.
Oh no!
Guess who didn't bring a
water's
drink?
in the other room, so you're gonna have to get a tea.
Ah, delicious.
I didn't bring one either. I'll be right back.
Yeah, my water's in the other room.
Nope, Harley, I'm just getting a drink. Lay down. You're fine.
It's your Harley.
You're fine.
Dave, did you see what I drank?
You're fine. You're fine.
No, I didn't.
What
I
I
was
drank.
looking at my tea. Oh,
I'm
hey,
sorry,
dude,
you're tired,
that'll
Ellie.
lubricate your insides better than any water will.
My new weight loss system. Drink WD-40 and
Drink oil or something?
You'll be losing some weight real quick, my dude.
What did you drink, Panda?
WD-40. I mean, he didn't drink it, but
okay.
he pretended to drink WD-40.
I finished off my water before we actually started.
Which, if you drink some WD-40, you'd be experiencing some rapid dehydration right after that. Very quickly.
Yeah, I imagine.
Right?
Just don't ask me to solve any CAPTCHA things to prove that I'm not a robot.
Did you drink WD-40?
As
Listen,
soon as I
I've
hydrate,
proven
I have
time
a
and time
panic
again
attack.
I'm not a robot thanks to the CAPTCHAs. All right? Everybody who says I am, I got proof.
Click
Oh, no, I-
everything that has
Show me the buses.
shoe in it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I love when they do that and there's not one of those images, by the way, in the thing, and you're just like, done.
Am I a robot?
Yeah, you just look on them all for a second, you're like, none of these have a stoplight. Done.
Yep.
I hate that because I always second guess myself.
That's because you're a robot, Molly.
What?
It's because it's uncertain. You should know if you're a robot or not.
Yeah, I'm like 99% certain I'm not.
That 1%. It's that 1%.
Yeah, it's just 1%.
It's that 1% that gets you.
No. I'll
You got, like,
burn
a
the
bolt
1%.
You got a bolt somewhere? Like,
Oh my gosh.
you replace a knuckle with a bolt?
What are we doing? What are we actually doing? We got
Right.
Sleeping.
So, yeah, you guys have a brief. You kind of have like your only easy night out at like a tavern with this group of folks. Pretty large group, obviously. Several there's questions flying around like, hey, what are you guys doing? Blah blah blah, that kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
You learn little things about all of them. We're not going to get into super deep details or anything. However, there's potential opportunity here if you wanted to try to see if you could find other people that might want to join you.
You're kind of.
You were
robotic.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of,
Hold on.
we're not robots, but
Check anything.
it was weird.
I'm trying to make
It
sure it's
was
not
weird that I
connection.
heard the music for a while, and it wasn't stuttering like it normally was.
Is it good now?
You're still a little
Yeah,
robot-y.
it's doing the thing. It's
Weird.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Sounds like you're downloading something. This is the best way to explain it.
I'm not dropping any frames or anything.
You
sounded
didn't
sounded
robot
good
that
there.
time.
It might just be Zoom.
Yeah, it's possible.
I guess it could. It should be just going through. Hold on. Is it doing it again?
No,
Oh my
it's not
god.
fine.
Okay,
You okay?
I don't know. Huh? Yeah, I'm good.
You sound totally fine. No. All right. So what were you saying?
Someone redeemed a fortunate fate.
Oh,
Nice.
someone being
Alright.
G, I wonder.
I don't think GI
don't assume. It belongs to Eli.
Oh, okay, okay.
So let me make sure it goes on both of these. One of them doesn't matter right now. But
Not
it's
me
okay.
to die.
All right. Yeah, just let me know if it robots again.
So far hasn't.
Okay. What the fuck was I saying? Yeah, you learn little bits about people. You won't get into it like crazy details or anything with them. However, there is an opportunity if you would like to try to further recruit for this group, right? In case you wanted to try to see if other people wanted to go, you do have some time to maybe try to do that, whether it's at the tavern or asking about people who might want to go or anything like that. That's entirely up to you. If you decide to, obviously someone is going to need to try to gather that information and then convince whoever it is to go with diplomacy checks. And
so
I would
the
also need to
question
know
is-
what kind of people you're wanting to get.
Is 15 a party, or are we looking to add more?
So
We
I
have
mean-
15 total people, counting the three of us, on this trip right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
For sheer population diversity.
I don't like the way you said that.
I mean, it's true that
There's a
trying
reason
to-
the good beans spread out far.
Saying I don't like the way you phrase that.
It's something you learn on the good bean farm track, or something you learn on the good bean farm is you don't date anybody in the closest town because they're probably your cousin, however many times removed. So you got to date way further.
Like, you have that problem basically anywhere you go though, because there's so many good beans.
I just don't date farmers.
Yeah, at that moment, Lamia did look at herself and like, am I part good bean? No.
Am I a bean as well? Oh, it's the kids who are
No.
wrong.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Sure, you don't have a little good bean in you? You want to? No. It's-
Wow.
Awful.
yeah.
Would you like to?
Oh, God.
So to answer your question, Patrick,
Anyway,
I mean, I agree that it wouldn't be necessarily a bad thing to have more, just so they have more variety in their thing that they're trying to set up, and also because quite a few of them may die.
some of you meet up.
But that's the chance that
A
I'm willing to
fun.
take. Yeah.
Also,
We
a
can all
benefit
quote
of
Shrek here.
finding people from this area is maybe there are some people that are more familiar with the northern area. They've been up there before.
True.
That is possible.
All right. Well, in that case, I elect myself to gather information.
So what type of people are you hoping to recruit? Like specialists in a certain field, or have
You-
familiarity in a certain thing, or like?
So
what?
I think Sam here makes a good point, which is we want people who are familiar with the northern area. So we're looking for like hunters, trappers, that kind of stuff, right?
Okay.
Foragers, whatever.
Yeah. All right, cool. Go ahead and give me that diplomacy check for gather information.
Yes, sir. If my character sheet will load, it's just a blank page still. Okay, I refreshed roll 20. That's fine. I had to check. All right, diplomacy. I'm gonna write it. Nope, that's disguise. I can't click apparently. There we go.
Big mustache on. Would you like to move to the north?
Yeah. All right, and it's 21 because I get the +2 from affable.
Nice. We're not going to worry about the time right now, just because it's brain. It doesn't matter at this
Can
point.
I roll again for everybody else?
Yeah, it's doing this weird double roll thing.
Okay.
Oh.
The second one would have been much better, but
the actual result thing still stinks. So, yeah, I don't know what's up with 3D dice. But, sweet. So we get 21 total, which is plenty. So you ask around a little bit. Some folks at the tavern tell you that, like, there might be a few people who know a little bit about it. They don't know if they'll, like, want to go with you. But, like, it might be good to go and talk to them. And they kind of point you in a few directions. And one specific person they point out is a man named Radek, Raduck.
R-A-D-E-C-K?
Radock. And he, apparently his family were all hinterlanders, as they call them, people from out in the frontier, as it were. And so you get kind of pointed in his direction. You're able to locate his little, like, kind of hut that he's got kind of on the outskirts of Curran. And he makes his trade mostly as a trapper, but when you go kind of knocking and such and see that he's home, I imagine try to tell him what you're up to and seeing if he wants to be a part of it. Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check.
All right. There it goes.
Nice. 22. Keeping the 22.
Oh yeah. I'm far too confident that that's good enough.
Okay. So with 22, he doesn't seem super interested in joining, like, making a settlement and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Not like on a permanent basis, but he is willing, if he is hired, to like assist in, like, getting them to, like, set up, like, helping them get started and, like, kind of teaching people a little bit more about the area and, like, sticking around for a little while to, like, make sure that they, like, know what they're doing and that kind of deal, and just acting as somewhat of an advisor and helping hand for, like, a few months. Assuming he obviously can like take care of himself and whatnot on his way out there and that kind of deal. He doesn't mind that, but really, and you would kind of learn throughout the conversation, the money is obviously some of it is for his own income, but it's also to pay, like, some of the people that that work for him, like, because he doesn't have, like, a whole business, but there are, like, a few others that apparently he goes out and hunts with and stuff, so it's not just him by himself. Okay. So that they can, like, upkeep his home and other things like that while he's gone. So, pretty modest sum. However, it is dangerous, which is going to increase the amount that it costs. So, if you want his help, I will tell you in the meta, just so that you kind of know what's going on here. This is a 5th level character. He is a ranger. And he is familiar with this area and the, like, northern unclaimed areas and such like that. So he's not weak at all. To hire him, to assist not only you guys getting out there and then him helping this other group. It is 250 gold.
Okay. Well, do we think that's
I'm
a
a
good
7th level ranger, and I'll do it for half that.
deal? You did it already. You don't get to bargain for a thing you're already doing. That's not how like bargaining works. I don't know if you know that or not.
I'll pay you 2 gold to do it.
You're lucky I'm not like Mr. Krabs and I just charge you to work for me.
Right. But also, you're not going to stick around with their settlement for months. You know, you guys are going to move on after they stop because you have other stuff to do.
So I think it's probably worth it because I want to spend less time having to worry about keeping these people alive. That said, I still very much want them to stay alive. Right? I just don't want to have to constantly worry about being the one to keep them that way. So I think it's worth it. So I'm going to pony up the cash.
All right. Spend 250.
All right. Ah.
Add him to the sheet there.
He has a separate treasury that he gets to
the business
look at.
I updated it on my sheet. I'm updating it on the actual Roll20. Okay. All right. Well, welcome aboard.
Yeah. Effectively, you write him a banknote, and it's like, they'll
yeah.
They'll
A
take
wonderful little expedition that we have going on here.
There they are. All right. Let me add him to our sheet real quick. I typed the wrong thing. Okay, so he'd be...
Okey-doke. Oh, okay, that's what keeps making the noise. Something on my desk keeps rattling, and I'm like, what is this? I found it, so I can make it stop.
The rattlesnake?
Okay. I have a
rattlesnake
tin of Pokemon cards. It's in a cool Pokemon tin that are my daughter's.
Oh.
And the handle on it keeps doing this. And it's annoying me. So I'm going to move it so it won't do that anymore. After I check what else she put in there.
Done.
She put my dice in there too. I was like, this is way too heavy to be just Pokemon cards. Thieving little child.
So, cool. So you're able to recruit that guy, which is nice. Demi. Cool. 5th level. There he is. He is an NPC. So we'll have our resident ranger expert roll his hit points. So, Panda, roll me a 5d10.
Do good rolls, please.
No.
I'll beat you up.
Stand up a flight of stairs.
Oh, man. Low blow.
I could.
Right at her
I
foot.
just don't want to.
Low blow.
You know what? Only 1-1 is not that bad.
Yeah. And most of them are below half, so that's
Welp. Does
he have a constitution modifier?
Of course he does.
He took toughness, right?
No. No, he did not.
Does he do the thing where he gets to re-roll ones? Once?
NPCs do not get to do that, no.
Yeah, that's a pretty pretty barf-tastic HP roll, my friend.
Yep.
However, we do get to drop one of those because he is he does have PC levels. Since he's a ranger, he's not an NPC class, so his first level is maxed. So we'll use that to drop the 1, I guess.
Hey,
True.
Oh, that's nice.
6. Don't say that to
28
me.
is a lot better than 19.
Well, yeah, even if you drop the 4 for the max, right,
Yeah.
which would be the first die you roll, it's still significantly better.
True. All right, so that means he's got no his hit points. He's not too bad off.
I'm sorry, I heard myself in the stream. Fucking.
Oh my gosh. Yep.
It's me every Tuesday when I watch the YouTube video.
I was listening to one, and there was like a weird point where I couldn't tell Patrick and I's voice apart because I wasn't watching it, and I was like, have we just been around each other enough that we were subconsciously like mimicking each other? I was like, because there's no way.
Right?
And I think it was just whatever we were saying. It was like we were doing like a bit, and our voices were just way too similar for that bit. And I was like, oh, okay, it's fine now. It's normal.
All right, there he is. Okay. Okay. You recruited that person. That should be pretty helpful, honestly. And then otherwise, yeah, you guys go back, finish your drinks, finish your meal. Tell everybody else, hey, look, we got somebody else to join us. And he's like, yeah, I'll help out. So they, of course, ask him a bunch of different questions, and you'll figure out from them just talking to him, and then, of course, you guys all speaking with them. You'll probably all glean different things because of your background. So Lamia, what you'll get is mostly from the 4 warriors that are there. That most of them do not have a military background. They have a militia type background where they were protected their hometowns, or they'd go home or whatever, and they would kind of act as the protectors of like the farmsteads that they were at, or they would get hired out for that kind of stuff. That's most of their background is private security. However, the 2 that are 3rd level are were actually soldiers who they went through some of the basic training and things like that. However, they ended up being the sort of last of their family name, and in Setsegia, that whole thing does get you excused from military service. If you're like the only person to carry on your family name, they're like, go have a family. When it can be spared. Obviously, desperate times call for desperate measures. That kind of thing can be rescinded, but it is a general rule. However, they didn't spend time learning trades and other stuff. They spent their youth and, young adulthood learning to fight. So that's what they knew. So they went into, being night watch and town guards, and like going out and taking out wild beasts and things that were attacking people. So they've got a little bit of that kind of experience that like you're a little familiar with because you had to do that sort of thing yourself. But they're about. It's kind of funny, like looking back on it, is like you talking to them. You're like, oh, this is where I started, because they're literally the same level you were when you started this campaign, and so it's like, oh man, it's like looking into like this odd mirror of like, I remember when I used to think boars were scary, like, but yeah.
Oh boy.
So you got to get that bit of experience. Eli, you are quickly able to glean that none of them have any magical talent whatsoever, except for Radek. He knows just like little bits and pieces that he seems to have picked up, and because of the similarities between just those few similarities between like arcane and divine spellcasting, like he kind of knows about the components and that kind of thing, like just like little bits that he's picked up. Or that you'll mention something, he's like, oh, that's like when you say a prayer and you get this thing. You're like, yeah, those are verbal components, but yeah, sure, same deal. Which, for you, Sam, you're like, hey, it's the same way that I get my powers from Mr. Gaia. Like, you get yours, you pray to nature, and these things come. But yeah, you learn none of them are like particularly educated or any of that stuff. Other than like the blacksmith guy obviously learned a trade, and then all these like other commoner folks came from different backgrounds. Like some of they were just all like lay people who had a hobby of exploring the wilderness and like maybe reading stories about the Federo Maniba and wanting to go and change what they were doing. They didn't want to just sit at home forever like most people do.
Mm-hmm.
Not sit at home forever. I mean, they don't want to have their whole life take place within like 5 square miles.
Right.
But that's pretty much the extent of it. They're just like more adventurous common folk. That's about it. No particularly special skills to note other than that like they all seem to know a little bit about just disparate little different topics to do with survival, so that like together they kind of form like one solid brain cell able to like survive out in the wild, maybe. And then similar things that you're picking up, Sam, is that like if it was just one of them stuck out in the wilderness, it'd be pretty bad. Like there's a chance they have maybe a better chance for sure than just any random person who's never even like considered they might be lost in the woods for a long period of time. Like they'd have a better chance than them because they've explored at least the idea of those situations and learned little bits that they could about it. But together, it seems like they're otherwise pretty competent, like as a unit, that they can fill in the knowledge gaps for each other or get each other to focus and that kind of thing. Galgan seems pretty competent overall. He's a bit secretive. He's a bit like standoffish. Like when people talk to him directly, you can tell that he seems pretty warm. Like he can sort of turn it on, but otherwise he seems very reserved. Doesn't really seem to want to put himself out there. But he seems pretty competent for the most part in like whatever he knows. Just like very standoffish. And then Radek also very he's not super personable. You wouldn't consider him a warm person. Though he is polite, he is amiable when you sit there and talk to him. He's not just like cold and like grumpy. You can have a conversation with him and he seems pleasant. Though it's pretty clear that like that's not his thing. Just like the social interaction stuff isn't really where he shines. But he seems very competent. If you guys start getting on topics of nature and survival. Oh, go ahead, Dave.
You're doing the robot thing again.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know what's causing it. I hope it's not my fault.
I was really having to focus hard to hear you. Is why the only reason I brought it up.
Masking. Check with them. So I don't know if it's just happening between us or if it's coming out in the broadcast or not. Is it still happening?
Yeah, a little bit.
It is. I think it is happening for them. I mean, at least when I was watching the YouTube video today, there were a few parts you were pretty robot-y. And I think that was that case in last week's video too. So
if you play back over the same parts, did it keep roboting?
I didn't play back over because
that's the only way to know for sure if it's your computer or if it's the video. I have to do
that's a good point. Good point.
Is it still doing it or no?
No, you're good now.
No, that's not good.
What?
You stopped.
I stopped, so it's good now.
You're good now. Yeah.
So far, okay, cool. Yeah, we're not dropping any frames or anything either, so man, I don't know. I think No, I reboot recently too. Either way. So shit. Fuck.
So shit. Sorry, but
Brain. Cool. So, yeah, Radek he's very competent. He definitely seems to know what he's talking about when you get on the subject of different survival techniques, plant life, animal life, that kind of stuff. You definitely learn that he seems to be very at home in like the wilderness and like when it gets cold and that kind of stuff. And he tells you a little bit about how his family was out there in the north. He gets into a little bit of that, like, they're not around anymore, but he doesn't seem super open to sharing what happened to them.
Okay.
But you learn that, like, okay, yeah, he does come from out there at least. So, cool. But otherwise, yeah, you guys drink, talk, discuss things. I'm trying to think if any. Okay, yeah, this would probably be. I'm trying to think, is it a Sam or a Lamia thing? This is a more Lamia thing, even though it's a survival check. So give me a survival check real quick, Lamia.
Oh, lovely. Well, at least I have some training in it. Da-da-da. Scroll down. There we go.
15. Okay. So it does start to kind of dawn on you that like this group does seem to be missing a very specific type of expertise. Medical.
Yeah.
Like, you got a few survivalists and some people who have other practical skills, but you're just, like, thinking about it like, man, if this was, like, an actual unit, if somebody gets hurt, these people can probably splint a wound, but can anyone actually take care of if someone gets badly hurt? Doesn't seem like it.
I guess I'll point that out to Eli.
You make an excellent point. You know who would be really nice to have right now? Wellnet would be great. Anyways, but I'll look around, see what I can find.
Unfortunately, by the time that happens, it's a thing where you'd have to check in the morning because it's getting into the evening by then.
Fair enough.
But yeah, if that gets brought, do any of you bring that up to the rest of your settlers or anything like that?
You know what? I probably also would, because like them looking for someone that they think would fit with them as well would probably be a good idea.
So when you bring it up, you get the distinct sense that like they're not super worried about it. They're just like talking about like, yeah, we got some medical kits and we got like medical supplies and other stuff. That they seem to be under this impression that they've got it covered for some reason. And they do have medical supplies and healer's kits.
Well, I'm not trained in that, so maybe it's fine. I don't think it's fine, really, but I brought it up.
As long as this doesn't turn into Sam tries to teach people basic first aid on the way there.
Or, doesn't turn into the Donner family?
The Donner Party? Jesus.
Yeah.
That's how you get a Wendigo.
That is how you get a Wendigo.
That's exactly how you get a Wendigo.
That's when you win to leave.
That's when Wendigo becomes now.
Yeah, right now.
Wendigo? About 5 minutes ago.
Right. Ellie did not notice roboting. So weird. I don't know. So, cool. Morning comes around. Imagine, Eli, you get up a little bit earlier than everyone else because you're like, well, time to go look for a doctor who wants to go out into the wilds and be cold for several months at least. So you can go ahead and give me a diplomacy check.
All right, diplomacy, camaraderie.
Gather info.
I'm trying to find my thing. Come on, roll 20. I clicked submit. Roll the die. There we go.
As Ellie says, hey, ask what they'll do if someone gets gangrene. Do they want somebody with a first aid kit or a doctor?
Don't
Okay,
get
so
gangrene.
an 18. So you're able to pretty quickly find out from some of the guards and things that are around. The city does have 3 doctors. None of them are wanting to go into the hinterlands. Like, not even like none of them want to stay. None of them want to go into the hinterlands. They're like, bro, I work in a city, so I don't have to do that kind of thing.
Is there a mortician?
They do
What
have
about
medical
a
training.
vet? Is
You know,
a
it's
vet?
a good call out.
Right? So yeah, you find that there are some other people who have a little bit of medical expertise. But as you're trying to, get that kind of info, Galgan actually approaches you. I imagine it's just Eli doing this. He actually seems to find you, and he's just, oh, hey, there you are. I heard you were looking for a doctor.
Yeah.
I don't think we need one, actually. I think we've got that covered.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So, no worries about that.
All right. Great.
If somebody gets pregnant and has the baby, and the baby is breached. Yeah. First aid kit, right?
Why
Mr.
would
Guy,
you
all
ever
things are
wish
possible.
that on someone?
No, bandages and salves and a few herbs. And hot water. That'll take care of it.
There's a butcher in town who's really good with them.
Actually, are there any ladies with us?
Yeah, so you can
Okay.
assume some of them are ladies.
Get up here, real. There's
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Another like 12 dudes in the forest for several months.
Right. Yeah, you can assume that it's pretty mixed. I've been saying he just in general, but yeah.
Jeez.
Just that the main thing to call out is nobody in this group is related. That's one of the main things I said earlier. They either know each other for a while or whatever. Like, none of them are like brother, sister, father, son, none of that kind of stuff. So, yeah, he says, yeah, don't worry about it. I don't know if you investigate that any further, Eli, or you're just like, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him at his word on this one.
Okay. All right. So you come back doctorless, and everybody else is getting ready. Some of the reality seems to be kind of setting in for some of them, but they're like, okay, shit, it's really time. We're gonna head all the way north. This would be a thing with Sam, and you're gonna get aid from Radek on this. We're gonna do a survival check because I imagine pretty early and everything before you guys set out, you're going to want to try to figure out what the weather's going to be like.
Yep.
There are the wind readers and other stuff that are in the city who determine what it's going to be like in the city, but that you're not worried about that. You want to know what's going to be like up north, right? So that's going to be a survival check, obviously. It is a bit harder to read the weather in Setsegia than other places. But either way, still survival, +2 from assistance from Radek. Nice.
Sweet.
Okay, so base DC for predicting the weather is 15. That gives you 24 hours in advance weather notice. So 15. In Setsegia, I bumped that up by 5, so your base DC is 20. For every 5 that you beat that check by, you get to predict another 24 hours in advance. So effectively at 25, assuming there are no other penalties or anything crazy or bonuses attached to this DC, gets you 48 hours of, I know what the weather's going to be like, as long as nothing changes it.
Yeah.
I assume that you're okay with that roll?
Yep.
Cool. It's 25. Sorry, did you say something?
No, I'm just checking the food really quick, because I always wonder if this says something about weather.
All right, so from what you can tell, the next 48 hours, as you're like looking north and everything, it looks like it's going to be pretty consistently the same normal level of rain. You think? Let me see, because I believe, yeah, you would know this stuff. Little over half a day's ride, you're going to hit the village of Hayethe. So there won't be any trouble getting there at all, as far as you can tell. And the normal level of rain up that far, not a big deal. But you definitely are going to want to keep an eye on this. Like when you're there, you're probably going to want to do another check and stuff to see what it sort of looks like, because even this level of rain, if the temperature drops and it doesn't seem to, like the precipitation doesn't stop for some reason, could be pretty dangerous. So, anyway, but it looks good so far. Through morning, yada yada yada. You guys eat, drink, be merry, have breakfast. Everybody's like gathered up together, and you guys head out. Because Sam, you've already been up there before, and it's not that long of a trip, and there's no other particular extenuating circumstances. We're gonna say you guys get there after about a half day. No other complications just yet. It is through actual wilderness, though. So you kind of get the first experience with this group out in the actual wilds. And it just really reinforces the stuff you already learned about them. Harley, go lay down. What are you doing? What are you doing, bud? Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. It just kind of reinforces what you guys learned about them before, where their expertise is about exactly where you figured. It's not like wrangling cats, and it's not like you have like children with you on a camping trip where you have to like constantly, hey, get back with the group. It's nothing like that, but there is scattered throughout the travel. I imagine there's like small little tests of just like, oh, do you know what that is? And some of them are like, no, I have no idea what that is. Well, that's moss. But it just looks a little different up here because whatever. So you're like just kind of pointing out little things, just like fill them in on like make sure you look out for this kind of stuff, right? But otherwise,
that's poison elm. That's poison oak. That's poison willow. That's poison.
Yeah,
just poison.
Just
somebody left a bottle out
poison.
Here. It's labeled poison. Y'all can read.
You're
right?
just like filling them in on like little things that like they're gonna need to know going forward. I imagine that's the kind of thing Sam would do. And then like as soon as you start those conversations, then usually Radic will like kind of take over if anybody has extra questions and that sort of stuff. Since you've hired him to do that, and he's like, "Oh, cool, yeah, this is a good teachable moment." So you guys have this sort of synergy where you can tell, especially the commoners and other stuff, the people who don't know this stuff are picking up a lot. Despite obviously having some knowledge as a group, it seems like it's more internalizing, like they're becoming more homogenous in what they know. Just over that little half a day, because when you're new at something, you could pick up a lot of like basic concepts pretty quickly. Anyway, throughout that, you guys finally make it there. You don't do any hunting or anything like that because you're trying to move fairly quickly at the moment. You make it to Hayethe, and the only one of you who's been here before is Sam. Now, when you guys are first arriving, there are some like village militia, we'll call them, that kind of stop you guys and that sort of deal. One of them does recognize you, Sam, even though it's been a little while. They seem pretty happy to see you, actually. Like they immediately, as soon as they recognize you, because at this point you guys have gotten pretty used to most city guards and militia and stuff are like, they're pretty professional and that kind of thing. Even if they're friendly, they're professional and whatnot. This guard sees you and is just like, oh, good bean. And he like hands his spear to the other person and like runs over to you and like clasps arms with you. He's like, hey, it's been a while.
Hey.
Hey, you look healthy. He's like hitting you on the shoulder. He's like, oh, you look so healthy. Your armor's different. Oh my goodness. We weren't sure we'd see you again. How's Ginger?
Oh, she's growing hair like crazy. She's over that way. I'm letting somebody else ride her for a bit.
Okay,
Isn't
yeah,
the
good. So as long
proper
as she's
term
safe.
wool?
Huh?
You said hair. Isn't it wool?
Wool's hair.
Yeah, wolf's hair.
Wool's hair.
Oh, well met. My name is Person
No, that's
Guy.
Yeah, I was just saying, that's someone else.
Person guy.
No,
Same brain cell thing.
Yeah, that's Longman.
Yeah, my
He
my
probably
name's
doesn't
Steve.
question that. Yeah.
He like shakes everybody's hands and everything. Like the whole group's like, oh hi, yeah. Like so the rest of the like settlement people are just like, is this like a whole thing? Are we? But either way, you kind of go
You
through
from
that.
here? Like,
Sorry,
The guy
Sam.
that
I
he-
just had the awful image of Ginger growing hair like your hair. It was
my hair's
terrifying.
pretty curly too.
Just this big curly mane and sideburns.
Yeah,
Sam with Wolfro would be hilarious.
Bob Ross style.
Yeah.
Right. So
Actually, probably what it looked like after I got like electrocuted. And,
you got fucking zapped. Yeah.
Zapped. Yeah.
So the one that like got the spear handed to them, they just like wave some like obviously like younger, maybe 14, 15-year-old over there, toss them the spear. And they shake a few hands or whatever, and they're kind of polite or whatever. Like the kid who's got it, like runs over there, super excited, and then just like stands like super professional. He's got like the spear next to him, and like obviously just like putting on the like, oh yeah, this is adult work now. I'm doing the thing.
Yeah.
Look at me. I got my not quite adult muscles in, but I'm gonna stand with my chest puffed out. Like it's like over there, just really layering it on thick. But
14 in the wilderness is pretty adult.
yeah,
I would
like
say.
Yeah, I can agree
He's
with
just
that.
like I just think his growth isn't done yet. I'm sure
yeah.
he's probably pretty good.
Like, he probably knows what he's doing. It's just that, like, this is the first... He's right at that age where they're like, okay, yeah, you can do what we do now. But he's just started doing it. So it's like, no, I'm official now. Like, look at me. Yeah, so... The guy who's been personable, Steve, is, like, leading you into the town, or into the village and stuff. And he's, like, calling out to people, hey, Goodbean's back! Goodbean's here! Look, he brought all these people! And,
We're invading.
Like, oh,
no,
hey.
that was a joke.
There's some of like the kids and stuff that you saw before are like, hey, it's Goodbean! And like some of them are a bit bigger than when you saw them last.
Oh, being good. That's good.
But so, as you're kind of going through the town, obviously some people recognize you, some don't. There's like a few people you don't recognize. Some look a little familiar. The village chief eventually comes out, greets everyone, and they kind of try to get you guys settled in for to stay overnight.
I'll let them know what the rundown is. Okay. Like, yeah, these guys are moving north. They're gonna try to settle.
That's what I was gonna ask. It's like, you guys fill them in on everything, or cool. So yeah, they try to get you settled in for the night, just to make sure you've got a place to relax and everything. Obviously, there's like a big open area in the center of the village that people are going through. You don't see any like announcements or anything happening throughout the day, but a lot of people seem to gather in that space, either to greet you or other things like that. But as you guys are moving through, it becomes very lively. So even the process of like you settling you guys in is really just more like, you guys can put all your stuff over there. There's this large barn over on this side that's been emptied out for travelers and that kind of stuff. So you guys are welcome to that. But he's just like kind of pointing it out as there's like other people coming up talking to some of the settlers. You see someone is like holding up a chicken to someone else, and they're like looking like, what do I do? But it's there's a lot kind of going on. But either way, after 20 25 minutes or so of that, it does seem to kind of settle down. And there's like a fire lit, and you guys are able to like sit around it and do whatever you want to do, talk to people, talk amongst yourselves. You kind of have your whole group around if you want to have any kind of ground rules or anything like that you want to lay out. But yeah, we'll throw it to RP for a little bit here. Whether you guys want to talk to yourselves or
system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like whether you're talking to just amongst yourselves for a bit, or if you want to like specifically there's stuff you want to relay to your NPCs or any of that.
This is probably the last place we have to trade, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah. So
that you know of.
Yeah, that I know of. I'm gonna mention to the chief that I brought some tools, some trade tools, for maybe to trade with, and that my friends have also brought some stuff to maybe on the way back we can pick up some stuff for the return trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like that, and I know I speak for myself. Don't know about them. I don't want to take all these tools back, so I'm probably just gonna leave them here. If I get what they're worth, that's fine. But I know y'all could use them too.
Yeah, if you're trying to like kind of swap out your tools for other things, they do have a lot of things that would count as like rations, so like dried goods, but also like fresh vegetables and that sort of stuff. They do have some livestock. Obviously, it's not like they're sitting here, we're raising these chickens to go sell in town necessarily. They mostly have like lots of eggs and that sort of stuff there that they tend to go offload. Vegetables they tend to go offload. Sometimes they do have more animals than they necessarily need, so they'll like take either you slaughter a calf or something and people eat it, or whatever. They have like a few little extra things like that around. So it really depends on what you're wanting to trade it in for. What they don't have are magic items or potions.
Yeah. I want to get, of course, things that are up here, like animal goods. Like I'm assuming they're hunting and stuff like that to get fur, ivories, skins, skulls, whatever. And I'll probably take that back with me, not to where we're going to go sell them, or take these people where they're going to do their camp. So whatever it is, it's probably going to stay here for now. But.
Okay, so you're basically like, can I leave this stuff safe for here, and then when we come back through, I can trade it to you guys.
Whatever the other two, what y'all want to do, go for it. That's what I'm doing with my tools. So
that makes sense. I'm gonna hold on to the fabric stuff I have. I'm gonna trade some of it probably if we need ration supplies, whatever. Like anything we need, I'll trade. If not, I'm gonna hold on to it for either the return trip or to potentially give to our settlers as like a exchange or whatever, so they can future have trade goods.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I think we broke that down. The settler people have. Here it is. Yada yada yada.
We always had the intended for certain audiences in the upper left-hand corner of our screen.
Not at the beginning, but we did start more, especially since we just let go of the not cursing.
Well, not in the first 15 seconds, but
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I think that's been there. I know we have the content warning thing because of profanity.
Okay. It's just I don't think I've ever noticed it until then.
What did I say that they had? Is this their breakdown? I thought this was maybe your breakdown. Tools, textiles, preservatives. That was you guys's.
I think you just said like general trade goods for them.
Yeah, they do have general trade goods. It's not one specific thing.
And you said that it was like weaker in comparison to ours since it wasn't specific.
Yeah,
like ours is.
Yeah, they have like. Oh, hold on. I think I know where it is. Let me go up here. Yeah, 20. Yeah, they have 25 gold in general trade goods. Or no, they have 25 plus.
Oh, wait, they had like 42 gold,
41.
didn't they? 41? Okay.
41. Yeah, they have 41 in general trade goods.
Okay, cool. Well, then in that case, I don't know. I'll just hold on to my stuff. At worst, I just turn it back into money later. Because I don't need to dump all of it.
And then Sam, you said you're just basically leaving your tools here and being like, "Hey, I'll trade this to you guys when I'm on my way back."
Yeah.
So
If y'all,
they can.
yeah, basically, if somebody needs some tools, I'll let them figure it out. Like, oh yeah, I need a new saw. Yeah, here's a beamer's belt. Or whatever. And basically, whatever they don't use, I'll end up leaving there for them to have. I'm telling the chief that, not everybody else.
Oh, so are you basically asking him to like just barter throughout it, just honor system kind of thing?
I trust him. I trust the chief. I trust everybody else. I trust the chief more.
Well, yeah, to keep things orderly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like, oh, free tools. Like
he would want to know if there's anything in particular like you're hoping that they they trade you for, like what kind of thing, food, just like what kind of stuff.
Food's always good. If y'all have like acquiring maybe some saplings from I don't know if there's any fruit bearing trees that y'all got. I recently came upon some property. I'm not planting it for myself. I'm planting it for the future generations.
You say that, but there's definitely a druid spell to help make that grow faster.
You don't plant pecan trees for yourself. You plant it for your kids. Wait for a tree to grow.
Okay. Anyone else offloading trade stuff?
No. Lamia's going to keep her stuff.
I'll throw it in the chat.
Okay. All right, so you both are keeping it on you in case you run into other villages, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So got textiles, preservatives, and what was the other thing for you, Lamia?
First aid, essentially.
Medical supplies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good. Cool. So, you guys do that. Everybody else seems to just be talking and whatnot. You're able to communicate that with the chief. Anything else you guys want to make clear before you head out?
You were saying something
Sorry. Go ahead.
about a buddy system, Eli?
Oh yeah, everybody needs to observe the buddy system when we start leaving here. Everybody needs a buddy. Don't go anywhere without your buddy, because if you do, you'll get lost potentially. And it's better to be lost with a buddy. You can make things work. That's way better than being by yourself. So, buddy system. Ideally, what we should do is there's 12 of those blokes, right? And we got one tracker and then 3 of us, right? That's numbers. Okay. Yeah. So we should actually have. So that's 16 people. We should actually have like pods of 4 as well. So buddy groups and then 4s. So that way we try and stick with 4s. And if we have to break up in those, we got buddies. So it's probably the best way to do it. But
Yeah, you have 4 warriors too. So
right. And then each of us can get a warrior, or and just kind of break that up. So we'll get one of those with the 3 of us, and then that way everybody's got the system. And then when we get there, we can break it up a little bit more. But for now, I think that's really good. That way we all stay together better.
Okay, is there any other ideas or something that you have in mind?
No, that was it. Just buddy system. I'm not the survivalist explorer man. I'm just good at not, dying by myself to a wild animal. That's about it.
I'm over there like, what's wrong with my vision?
I think you need glasses.
No.
Thought you were never by yourself, Eli.
That's why I don't die by myself. Because I'm never alone. I observe the buddy system.
What is?
Should we come up with like a password in between us in case some weird, I don't know, someone replaces somebody
That
or
hasn't happened in this game.
no, but like we know the cold while I mean up cold is cold and
That's why
crazy,
we have a
and we live in
body
the
system.
Feyland.
But that's why we have a buddy system, because you don't let your buddy out of your sight. So unless they're replacing two of us at a time, that's what the buddy system's for.
Also, we're assuming a lot of these people know each other already. I mean, we don't know them, but
Yeah.
it'd be like if we all go on a camping trip and I come back, it's like, man, I could really go for some mint chocolate chip ice cream. Just all
Like,
guns
kill it
drawn.
with fire.
Yeah. I think me just saying anything about mint chocolate chip ice cream would be the giveaway, though, that I'm me.
Yeah, I mean, it's instantly sparks a debate between you and I. So
You'd have to offer me mint chocolate chip ice cream, and I'd be like, what is wrong with you?
yeah.
And like, oh, no, that's him. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Well. Oh my God, Ellie, shut up.
That being said, I know everybody in this group. I can go up to any of them and be like, Groundhog Day thing's going on, and everyone here would believe me. Yeah.
Right.
There was a discussion about that recently that I was part of. Like, yeah, no, my group of friends would believe me instantly, probably. I would just like, no.
Especially if you could just demonstrate skills you didn't have before. You're like, guys, I can play the piano. I'd be like, is it Groundhog Day?
Thank God. Okay.
Oh, is this like a reference to the Bill Murray movie one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, I have
Same
perfect
day,
spelling.
right?
That's not Panda.
Yeah.
That's not Panda. If he ever says Lapras, I'm gonna just throw a rock at his head immediately. It's Larlaps or bust.
So
Anyway, sorry.
you guys are chilling, having I mean, I imagine there's a little bit of just like you guys joking around and stuff with each other. Some other people getting in on it a little bit and that kind of thing. Passing around snacks, that kind of thing. Pretty lighthearted stuff going on. It's still raining, which sucks, and you guys maybe complain about that a bit, but eventually, excuse me, I've been chugging that soda this whole time. It's my only drink. But eventually, as things settle down, it gets a little bit darker. You see like a lot of people like going inside and that kind of thing. There's some of the younger members of the militia and stuff kind of hanging out with all of you because you seem like the cool new people, you know? And one of them's like, so what's like the scariest thing any of you have encountered while you were out doing your, you know, adventure and stuff?
Sam, do you want to take this one first?
That would be unwise for the morale of this group.
They're all like listening intently.
Tresadora is the scariest thing I've encountered in my adventures. So I had my answer locked and loaded.
I can tell a story. I'll tell the story about something that didn't happen around this area. That way, everybody doesn't.
It didn't happen. Happened in a totally different place. Not here at all.
Yeah. Well, the two stories I could tell are basically the bear owl man came out of a tree.
Yeah.
That's terrifying in itself. But I could also tell the. I forgot what it was. Was it a Wendigo or what was the thing?
Oh, it was definitely not a Wendigo.
Okay.
You would not have gotten away.
I don't think we ever found out.
We did find out what it was. I can look through my notes.
it's
It was
it starts with
Catoblepus or
Yes.
Yeah.
Catoblepus.
Catoblepus.
Or Kitty Bleepus, as you pronounce incorrectly, which is fun to say. So, but yeah.
I'll tell the story of the cattle plus. Cattle and basically me running through the woods at breakneck speed.
That's a good one. I'm going to tell the story of the Adanks, though, and how you charmed some Adanks into eating a whole bunch of dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So you told about the Catoblepus, you tell the story about the Adanks.
Yeah.
Lamia, do you tell a story?
There was this big statue in my country.
Actually, speaking of statue, yeah, she would speak of the nascent, because not Luxifix specifically,
Vladimir.
Vladimir. She wouldn't say his name, but she would speak about him and what he looked like and the statue coming to life that beat the crap out of us. Not that statue, but it was another statue. And
yeah.
And they were dancing skeletons, and they tried to drink all my potions, and
One wanted to kiss me real bad.
Yeah.
Or I forgot, were they trying to fight me? They were trying to dance with me?
They were trying to kiss Lamia. They were trying to drink everything on my person.
No, they were trying to kiss
you.
They were trying to kiss
Sam.
Sam.
They were trying to kiss Sam, and they were trying to dance with Lamia, and they were trying to steal every drinkable item on my person.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'll tell the story about the weird shadow thing that was on the ceiling that tries to grab you as you jump over a thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That also happened.
But to Lamia, the scariest monster that she's personally encountered is the Nascent.
The other thing I've encountered was the monster that had came when I drowned an entire city full of people. No.
I will like
don't
campfire like light underneath them. Tell them a story about Tressadora being the creepiest thing I've ever seen. But I won't like name drop her. I'll just like explain the thing. Be like, yeah, and she was terrifying, and her husband just kind of stood there, and he was just normal. It was really weird. He acted like nothing strange was happening, which is the most disturbing part.
He just stood there being weird and rich. How rich was he? He wore cufflinks.
And he had spats. Like, I don't even know what that is. Exactly. No one does unless you're rich.
Running into the woods.
Oh my God.
They're like a half.
Also, we met a talking potato. That was pretty rad.
Yeah. Spats, by the way, are like a half chap that's like around the bottom, but they're like for fancy dress instead of like work use.
Right.
Sam, why do you know it's spats?
I don't know if Sam would actually know what spats are.
I would.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't.
I don't know.
Sam does ask weird questions, so
He
he's probably got a lot of
does.
random knowledge floating around.
What's with these weird silk chaps? So those are spats? Oh. Do they work?
Sam
like
lives by the rule: play stupid games, win stupid prizes. But sometimes his prizes are pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, a prize is a prize.
So yeah, we tell. I mean, we answered the question.
You tell some stories. You hear from one of the warriors that says, tells a story about seeing shadows at the edge of his vision. One time when he was hired to help protect some people near a cemetery. And that, like, yeah, he just was like, he was talking about how there were these like shadows that seemed to move strangely at the edge of his vision, at the edge of the torchlight, and that he wasn't the only one who saw them. And at first he was thinking, oh, it's a trick of my vision and that kind of stuff, but it was consistent. It seemed like every time you tried to look away, somebody else might spot one, and it would move in like a very solid way through the light on occasion, and they ended up running away eventually, just be like, fuck this, we're out. And after like the next morning and stuff, when they were going back to say what happened and be like, yo, I know you're not gonna pay us all properly because we abandoned our duty. One of the guards that stayed ended up dying. Just like they found him. Like he just was dead. Like they didn't know what happened to him. He wasn't wounded. He didn't have like claw marks or anything. He just wasn't breathing. And as obviously he's telling this story.
Yeah.
Someone,
I was say.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's taking all of my composure not to mess with this guy, is what I was gonna say. So I'm just like standing there, should be really still, and I keep doing the thing where I look at Aldwin and I'm like, like the whole time, like, don't.
Just being perfectly normal until he's not. And, it doesn't even seem to mess with the guy telling the story. It's like somebody else who's listening and like leaning in real close, and then like all of a sudden, Aldwin's just like like stretches out into their vision. And that guy just sit there listening and listening and just, oh, fuck! Ah! Ah! And just gets up and starts running away from her. Like somebody grabs his hand and is like, what is wrong with you? And like Alden goes back to being normal. He's like, oh, his shadow! It did! Did you see it? And everyone's like, no, it's
like,
fine.
Stifling laughter at this point while they're doing that, and I'm like, that was very rude, like talking to the ground.
I imagine you then explain, like, hey, look, my shadow does do weird shit, guys. Relax.
Yeah, it's like, it's okay. Nothing crazy's happening. More than normal. He's alive. He's great. He's real nice. Most of the time. He's got a bad sense of humor, though.
So that eventually settles things. That starts a bit of a conversation, but eventually settles things down for a little while. But eventually, Radek will speak up and says, the scariest thing I encountered was a long time ago as a child, still out in the north, where we're heading. I thought about not telling you all this story, but if you want to live out here, it's just good to know what types of things also claim these spaces and what to look for. Witchfires, we called them. Oddly colored flames in the shape of comely maidens out in the dark, in the spaces of the woods you shouldn't be in at night. Pan and Leon weigh in.
Sam leans in.
You're gonna catch fire.
I'm basically resistant at this point. I say under my breath to not interrupt the story.
They are preceded often by, many people call them different things. Corpse candles, will-o'-the-wisps, creatures you also don't want to run into. Respect will protect you more than fear in the woods, though. Fear is what calls corpse candles to you. If you scream or shudder, you'll get their attention. You see strange lights in the woods, torches where they shouldn't be. Do not go chasing. You don't want to find what's on the other end. Someone says, but you said you encountered something. I did. I saw one up close. Out searching for a friend. One of my older brothers. He's out past dark when he shouldn't have been. Looking for herbs and things with his mother. They all came back and he didn't. A search party was organized. We all went looking, and I was headstrong, young, virile, like a strong young man. I thought any beast out there I could tangle with. And I maybe could. But this was no beast. I saw a light, thinking it was my friend, my brother's friend coming back, maybe looking for someone. I heard what I thought was a voice. So I go investigate. And as soon as I get close enough that if there was a person holding that torch, they would see me. The flame changed, no longer the orange and red and yellow, casting a warm light over the woods. It switched, shifting to a sickly green. The inside of it, instead of the heart of a flame being a bright, flickering presence, instead was a glob-shaped something like a skull. It turned my direction, let out a noise like the shriek of a burning man, and lunged for me. And I ran as fast as my legs could carry me. sprinting for all I was worth. I don't know how I escaped, but I did. And I remember just beyond it, past where the flame was, the thing that first really tipped me off that something was not right was the shape of a woman on fire. Looking around, searching for something I will never know. I survived that day, maybe just to tell you all this story. But there are many travelers whose names never made it into history, or into a city, or onto a lover's lips, who will never be heard from again. I'm certain of this. So, when we are out here, in these woods, where man has rarely tread, keep your wits about you, keep each other close, and do not go chasing things you do not want to find. And see, many of the others are just very quiet and kind of all looking at each other and kind of nodding, seeming like they took the message to heart. And with that,
That was
we'll
really
take our
good on the
break.
music's part.
Right. But we'll
Yeah,
take our
that was.
break there. And
Excellent.
we'll come back at 9.
9.
9. All right, guys.
Fantastic.
See everybody in 15.
Yeet.
See you in a bit. What? No, we're face live.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what the countdown means. Anyway. Feel back.
Where's this off?
Feel back.
Hi, everybody. We're back.
Hello. The break is over. The scary story was completed. Molly waited until we were back on camera to eat. Even though all the rest of us ate in that 15-minute period.
It's
Panda's
just
picking
it was
his
just
teeth.
3 cream puffs.
Why?
Okay.
Some Girl Scout cookies. A healthy, balanced, nutritious meal.
I ate like 2/3 of a bag of pork rinds, a bologna sandwich, and some kind of like tiny fiber one treat because I haven't really eaten today.
Hydrate.
Oh, you know what? That's the one thing I forgot to grab on break with my water.
I just drank
I'm
that,
gonna
so-
run. It's in the kitchen, so I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
I had a
Perfect.
slice of pizza that my nephew did not eat, and some couscous, which he really wanted to try, and then was like, I don't like that because he's like 3.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is
hey,
not
Panda. What is couscous? I couldn't tell you what couscous is either.
It's
They're tiny little gelatinous balls of like doughy
Sounds
stuff.
I grabbed.
Wait a minute, that wasn't
grabbed it-
Shasta.
It's not. It's not a soda. It's a sparkling water. It's a seltzer water. Which, it was easier than because I realized that my water bottle thing I need to wash. So I was like, well, that's gonna take a long time. So I'm just gonna grab a can of this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I left my big water bottle I normally have in the car, but I also need to wash it out. So that's why I just went instead and grabbed this cup.
Oh,
were talking
couscous is apparently technically a pasta.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
Made-
it is little pasta balls.
Yeah.
Just
Uh,
like
It's
We
also
were just-
good.
I like to imagine it's fish eggs, and I'm a some kind of underwater creature that has just like raided a fish den. And it's like, yeah.
That is a
Okay.
choice you can make with your life.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
for it,
Uh,
Mr. Barracuda.
sorry, you were talking about water bottles, and it reminds me of the Huel bottle that.
oh yeah.
Which made me, because I have ADHD or whatever that brain stuff is, I watched somebody doing a forging video, and when they put stuff in the forge, they go, "Give me fuel, give me fire, give me Reba McEntire."
Oh man.
Wow.
And I was
That's
like,
amazing.
I because he's like, "Fuel, give me fire, give me Reba McEntire," but because he still does it in that thing, I was like, that wasn't that which I
wasn't
desire.
right.
Hold on, rewind.
Yeah, wait
Right.
a second.
That's pretty.
I mean,
funky.
maybe he desires Reba.
Who doesn't?
Guess so. Bert
do-
Gomer in
Bert.
Tremors.
Tremors, yeah.
Because they get divorced after the first one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
She
She left him, I guess.
she
so he probably still
moved.
does.
She was
Yeah.
like, I am not. That's the only
And
thing that makes
he
sense.
stayed.
I mean,
And was in every other Tremors movie.
Do you know what he did though? Because I rewatched Tremors 2 recently. He doesn't show up until like halfway through the movie. By the way, I did not remember that.
oh my god.
He straight up like dug out the area he was gonna put his house at, and put in like a 4-foot concrete wall all the way around his house and below it. Like, however,
He was like, I'm ready for them
yeah,
Tremors.
he made a pretty much a reverse bunker.
Or, excuse me, I'm ready for them graboids.
Yeah,
Because,
graboids.
Of course, in the film, they are called graboids.
yeah,
I know
the
she's
Rebels.
not, but Mom, if you're watching, I'm live right now. That's why I haven't responded.
Yes, the joys of parents not paying attention to our thing.
You don't have to send me 3 texts and a question mark. I promise I'll respond.
Now, the 4th text is all question marks.
Yeah.
That's how I text. I'm obnoxious.
Are you okay? I'm busy.
The fourth text is all question marks, even though it is just a single question
That
mark.
was 100% a joke.
It was a single question mark, but that's all the fourth text is.
Oh,
Is a
that's
question
funny.
mark.
That makes it even funnier.
Oh,
Alright,
speaking of,
what
we
do
are
do?
live, so
Yeah, what are we
Yeah.
and busy.
We're doing
We're
The
live.
spooky story was told.
Yes, about a witch fire and will-o'-the-wisps, which are scary things.
All I heard was the thick fire wife somewhere in the forest.
Oh my god. It's the Flame Atronach from
No,
Skyrim all
buddy.
over again.
All right. So when Sam disappears, who's going to be your next character, Panda?
Something just as horny. So
Yeah,
I don't even
fair
worry
enough.
about it. It's just...
The on fire spawn of Sam and this
Yeah.
witchfire.
Manual
So-
good being.
So do we have
It may
any
be.
other, I guess, rules per se to help
Uh,
potentially survive this trip?
Survival Man?
Double tap.
You know what? Double tap is a good rule to tell
Are we just
everybody.
gonna
Like,
use the Zombieland rules now?
I mean, it's just a
We're
good
pretty
rule
good.
in general.
Beware of like when you use bathroom. I know like some of y'all want privacy when you're using the bathroom. You're relieving yourself, but it's good to have somebody within. I would say 10 yards earshot, definitely.
Buddy
Doesn't necessarily need to be in line of
system.
sight because you might be a shot pooper, and you really want to get your business done when you can.
I say again, buddy system.
Do not, if you hear a noise in the woods, do not go, I wonder what that is, and go look by yourself. You go, hey,
Hell, don't
Steve,
even go
I
out.
heard, I heard a noise. Let's go let everybody else know that we heard a noise. That's what should happen.
Buddy.
I don't care if you think it's a squirrel. That squirrel might be a murderer.
Murder squirrels.
I've
Or
seen
it'd be
squirrels
a
do
really neat
less. Or
or
do
it'd be a
more for
really
less.
neat
Yeah.
squirrel, and everyone would want to see the neat squirrel.
Nah, you guys don't even know. You guys
The fuck,
aren't
guys.
you guys aren't Blood Bowl players. You don't even know about the
Crazy.
corn squirrel that murders people. What is his name? I forget. Acorn. That's right. That's right. Let me get the murderous squirrel.
Acorn.
And I'm gonna put it in
You
the
guys are
Discord.
crazy.
Oh, this is a great time to tell everybody to join the Discord so you can see our dumb stuff.
Oh yeah, join Discord. Besides, is this the face of a DM who would give a squirrel rogue levels?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yes, it is.
So-
It is entirely that face.
Nah,
What
I
about
expected-
this?
Oh no.
Is
It has
this
barbarian levels too.
is this the face
Squirrel's
of
about to
DM
reach.
who would give a squirrel rogue levels?
I mean, the face disappeared, but absolutely.
So oh. Well, never mind. So, anyway, no other rules. You guys have a night's rest again. In the morning, I imagine you're going to try and see what the weather looks like up ahead.
Yeah.
Go, Sam. We choose you.
As usual.
Oh, weather again?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all,
Survival check
please.
+2 from Radek.
Not my edition. There we go. A lot better. 29.
That's pretty solid. You want to keep that 29?
Yeah. Even though I really do want to hit that 30 mark.
I mean, I'm not stopping you.
No.
Okay. So 29. 2 days ahead. So, what you see in your future for the weather is... It's, Oh, I forgot. I gotta move the camera for everybody. It looks like it's gonna be bad. You can tell in this area alone, like the precipitation is gonna increase, like a heavier section of the storm is rolling in, which means that up ahead, where it's even colder, it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be like a blizzard or something, but it means that the odds of you running into frozen precipitation and that kind of thing is way higher. Excuse me. And Sam, you remember whenever you were crossing up there, it didn't go from like woods to like just kind of like a little bit cold and like cold like wetlands or anything like that, or even just like cold and dry, to then finally like almost tundra like. It went straight from normal to like within the span of maybe 30 minutes walk was frigid. So it's pretty highly likely that what you're going to walk into is going to be very difficult to see through and enormously cold. Sorry, the first day, the first 24 hours out, it's going to pick up a little bit. And then after that, as you think, is when the storm's going to hit. If you're traveling north.
Well, I will relay that. As we're going north, we're going to be headed into the storm. I look directly into the camera. And it's going to get cold, so I'm assuming everybody has cold weather gear, correct? We did think about that all, yes. I didn't think I had to ask everybody.
Yeah, they all got cold weather gear.
So probably don't want to start putting that on day after tomorrow, right? Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When you get up, when you're nice in your
it's probably
tent,
like you're probably gonna be like sleep in your cold weather stuff. Like that shit's gonna hit early. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, I'm putting on as much warm underclothing as possible. I'm stuffing my shoes with as many pair of woolen socks as I possibly can fit on my feet.
I don't think your shoes should be able to fit one pair because they
You would be
sized
surprised
appropriately.
how many pairs of wool socks I can fit on my feet and then in these shoes uncomfortably.
Whole extra
think you
pair
need
of shoes
new-
just to wear extra socks.
Yeah, it's like a size bigger of shoe just for like 3 pairs of socks.
What the fuck is that sound? Somebody over there walking on pillows? Hey, get out of here, pillow walker!
Oh my god.
So,
Why
like,
is your fucking
Skinwalker,
shadow
but-
weird?
They're my
Oh my
snow
God,
shoes,
sorry.
and in reality, they're just giant regular shoes, so I can wear like 85 pairs
Sorry,
of socks.
quick side tangent. Pillow walker. Instead of a skinwalker, it takes over a anime body pillow.
Oh no! And also, you need to stop saying that word. Anyways,
It's walking. So instead of wearing this like skins of animals, it's just the fucking case of a body pillow. So it turns into somebody's husbando or whatever.
yeah, you ever want to get attacked by the Red Ranger? That's how this happens. Shout out to my buddy Austin for that one. You know who you are. In your body pillow.
Oh god! Holy
Sorry.
shit! It's Roy Mustang.
I mean,
Oh, he's turning
yeah.
around. Why is he still facing me? But now like it's showing his ass. Really weird.
Right?
Roy Mustang's hitting on me. Anyway.
And in other news,
Get ready to cuddle up, everybody.
Roy Mustang.
Gonna be cold.
a spree of killings among otaku in the Oklahoma City area.
Oh, geez, no.
Anyway,
This is the worst horror movie ever that Panda now needs to write a script for.
I think we know what's getting clipped this episode.
What?
So-
I am offended.
Fucking hell. MO Death by Snoo Snoo, right? So, okay, so you guys head out, you put on your stuff, and you're like, everybody bundle up, it's going to be chilly. And y'all head out. So, pretty quickly after you leave this place and start heading north, the terrain gets messier. Just outside of this place. It's literally like 30 minutes out from Hallett is when you're starting to feel everything get really chilly. So it's not to the point where you need to make checks, but it's like, all right, now we're doing it early. Put on your stuff. So everybody's like changing. It doesn't take super long, but like you stop for a second so everybody can make sure they put on their winter gear, and then keep it moving. About a half a day passes, and at that point, it is cold enough that like not only are you just like seeing your breath and stuff, but like even through your cold weather gear, you can really feel it. Like people are walking a bit closer together. It is definitely slowing everyone down a little bit too, just because like obviously not everyone in like not even half of the people in this group are accustomed to this, to traveling in this kind of weather. Not the weather, this kind of temperature and that kind of stuff, this extreme, and having to fight that dual problem of both being like physically exerting and being kind of tired and like your like kind of body heat just like hot from walking and trudging through stuff, but the air around them being so cold and so wet that you know the sweat's not cooling them off and their clothes aren't quite keeping them all the way like warm the way they're supposed to. It's that dangerous combination. Their bodies are just not used to this. So it is slowing you down some. So we're going to make a few checks here. The first one, however, is just going to be for your navigation. How well can your resident super ranger navigate you through this bullshit? So Sam, that's a survival check. You're still getting a +2 because you've got Radek with you. Okay. Navigation is on point. Navigation's on point. I imagine this coming out mostly in like you like paying attention to like the signs and stuff like that, and mostly just delegating Radek to like, hey, make sure they're taken care of. Like I can't pay attention to them. I've got to make sure we're not running into something we shouldn't. And he's obviously just like, yeah, absolutely, and he's like kind of go back and forth, making sure people are doing what they're supposed to. Nobody's, you know, taking off anything weird. Nobody's like getting like what is it called, paradoxical undressing or anything crazy right away.
Oh yeah.
So
I guess we should have said that as a rule: is don't take your clothes off, no matter what happens.
Right. The couple back there's just like, oh, okay, we'll make it work now. But should have put more zippers. But
do we have zippers? Are zippers a thing?
No.
I was like, we're all button fly pants, right? I'm rocking button flies.
But
my edgy rogue character needs all the zippers.
He's just in the corner, just
like
doing that weird zip thing.
Coat. Yeah. Sorry.
What does he want? No. So you. But yeah, so he's making sure everybody's like good and not like freaking out. Oh.
Sorry, I'll be second.
Oh.
So zippers. When were zippers invented? No.
No, don't ask
Why'd you
that.
ask that question? Now I have to Google that.
I assume we're going to leave.
Yeah.
turn.
1913 by a guy named Gideon Sundbeck
Okay.
in
Well,
Hoboken, New Jersey. Because why not?
The next check, I can have you guys do, and I'll just tell her to do it whenever she gets back. It's mostly to deal with this fucking weather, honestly. Which is a Constitution check. I don't have the DC nailed down in my head just yet. Welcome back, Molly.
Also, the zipper was designed in 1913, but was not patented until 1917. So technically, based on how patents work, it was not invented until 1917, which is weird.
World War I got in the way.
But whatever. That's what you come to the Unnatural Ones for, guys. Panda saying a thing and then making my ADHD brain have to Google it because I must now know the answer or I will not be able to sleep at night. You're welcome, everyone.
What'd be really funny is if we
relatable.
have Velcro technology, but we don't have zipper technology.
You're weird.
Right. Okay, so this is at we're starting to make these checks at half a day's travel, so it's 4 hours. So this first one's in the 5th hour is where we're gonna make your first check against cold.
Okay, it's just straight con, right?
Yeah, or no, this is actually a fortitude save.
Oh, okay.
And now in addition to no, that's good. So this first one is DC 15. It's fortitude save because we're just in the below 40 Fahrenheit range, so we haven't hit severe cold yet. Just definitely cold.
Just regular cold.
Regular cold.
Hey.
Ah, damn it. Do you guys mind if I use the die?
Well, you gotta ask Dave.
Well, we gotta check if you got a luck first.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what, not fortunate fate. No, that's your choice. That's what you get to choose if you're going to use it.
I mean, yes, but you get to ask.
Uh-huh. Hey,
damn it! Oh well.
Yeah, it's not enough. So
We don't have. It's not like a saving throw, technically, is it?
no, fortitude's a saving throw.
Can I use Fantastic Fortune on it?
Yeah.
We already know. Technically,
within 30 feet.
It's supposed to be before, but
Well,
you let it off with telling us the DC. So
I told you the DC. We haven't moved on from that, so you're good. Yeah, she does have within 30 feet. Okay. So go ahead and roll it.
Oh, I rolled a 4. That's why.
Yeah, there's a
yeah.
Barely.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
All right.
Hey, put the scarf on.
You take
You're
you don't have fur yet.
Buddy.
You were
I'm not sure if I'll get fur. Don't say that, Sam.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with fur.
I think you just
before you ask, fur is also hair.
I have to refund that luck.
Oh, you sure?
And I have to refund that fantastic fortune. You get your use back. Because you guys are wearing cold weather gear, that gives you a +5 to this save.
Oh, okay.
Hot dang.
Living in the city. Go ahead.
So then I would have had a 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready for cold weather gear.
Yeah, I agree.
So that was the DC 15 version.
Yes.
So we're gonna roll for your settlers,
Cool.
who don't have a bad fortitude save. This is kind of like all they're really ready for.
I mean, it's not like they just start dying because it's too cold. We'll just be
Right.
We're not Oregon trailing it up over here.
Everybody's
Everybody's like getting dysentery all at once.
More wounds. Where's the buffalo shooting mini game?
Oh man.
Is that with the 5? Or?
That's with the 5. Yeah, they have a 3, and then +5 is 8. Okay, so this isn't necessarily like all of them, right? It's just like some of them, unfortunately, are very just not ready for this. Let's see. Technically, characters with the survival skill may receive a bonus on this saving throw and may be able to apply this bonus to other characters. So, let's see. Same. So you're doing navigation, which means that this would be up to Radek to see if he can throw a bonus to the rest of them. he actually cannot fail that save himself.
Hooray!
Or yes, he can, because it's a saving throw. It's not a check.
Less hooray.
Right.
Oh, because the natural one.
Yeah, natural 1 would still be a fail on a saving throw. I'm trying to find where's the thing. Yeah, always no north, obviously. +2. +4 if it means the same bonus to one other character for every 1 point by which your survival check beats 15. Let's see what you can do. He is in cold terrain, which is his favorite terrain.
Well, good.
Okay. So that is 16 above 15, which which is everyone in the group gets a +2. Wild. All right.
Heck yeah.
Good job.
Let's roll his save real quick. So that'll be right now is that plus cold weather gear plus endurance. Yeah, okay. Obviously, easily makes a save, and with +2, you know the commoner, the rest of the settlers make theirs. Anyway, cool. That is for the 5th hour of travel. You travel 8 hours. So anyway, so you go 5. Everyone seems to still be okay. The next set of saves, same saving throw. It's Fortitude, but now there's a DC of 16.
Okay. Wow.
So, because it's the same trip, remember you have +5 from your cold weather gear, and then +2 from Radic. So that's a whole total of +7.
Okay.
For
Still Fortitude, correct?
Still Fortitude.
I didn't add any of those numbers, but my dice roll was above a 16.
Yeah.
I did add the numbers.
Needed it that time. That's a low roll for me.
Okay, so that means that puts them folks at a +10. So they get 6 or more.
They suck.
Come on!
Y'all need to go back home.
Are you sure you want to be settling out here? It's cold.
Yeah, they're finding out real quick how cold it is.
They are. Okay. So, oh, hey, Snake.
What's up?
Alright, so they take 1d6 non-lethal. This is in the, this is the 6th hour of travel.
Yeah.
They got more than 6 8 months. That's right.
Oh my gosh. They do,
In theory, some of them.
except the one who I told you was suffering before, the blacksmith. He has 7, so he is not doing well at all. The rest of the commoners are also, they're not doing good. They're doing a little bit better than that guy. He's just like shivering like crazy. You know, so like everyone's like, you know, just, you know, trying to like huddle up to him. You can see like people are trying to like, hey, yo, you got this? He's like, no, I'm good. But he's like obviously suffering and he's not gonna last. You know, at this point, I mean, you've got out here. It's not a great start. You can choose to push on, just be like, guys, look, suck it up. We're going. Or you settle down and just make camp here, light a fire, get him warm, and just call it for this time.
I mean, I would elect to keep everybody together and stay warm, but I will leave it in the hands of our wonderful guides, Sam and...
We're only as fast as our slowest member. Leave him to die. No, well,
That's a big
different
heel turn
character,
for
Sam.
Sam. Like, Jesus.
we're in the wilderness now, boys.
Awful.
The good bean family motto is survival of the strongest. Only the best beans will live.
I've got to found the strong bean family.
Strong being. Yes. I'm going to debate because compassion does win out of like, yeah, we all probably don't need it, but let's get some shelter going. That way we can rest up. The like might clear up in the morning, might not, might be worse, but that's a chance we're gonna have to take. I mean, there's gonna be bad days. There's gonna be real bad days. There might be bad weeks. There might be a couple bad months, but eventually, summer will come again.
We'll see. So, all right. So you guys make camp and settle in, get a fire going, try to get the people who absolutely need it, get them warmed up. Do you use a campfire bead, or are you just gonna try to start a normal fire?
Right, how they work? They start for
3.
They last for 8 hours, right? And
they recharge after 20.
they can't be used for 16
first.
after that.
And
Yeah.
if you fail, then use a bead.
Yeah.
Also, we have tinder twigs, right?
I don't
Pretty sure.
remember you buying that.
No, I have tinder twigs.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't have to buy them. I already have them.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
We'll save those for emergency use. So,
I've definitely got flint and steel, but I could have sworn I had a tinder twig.
Do you have anything to keep the people who are currently suffering warm while you attempt a regular fire?
I have 4 tinder twigs, by the way. Other than blankets. And I've got a flask of oil. I can make a fire really fast.
okay.
Don't put me in charge of the fire. That's what we just learned from that sentence.
I'm gonna use a
Don't
bead.
let Eli be in charge
I'm
of
gonna
the
use
fire.
bead because the
Okay.
beads last 8 hours basically. Make 8 campfire for 8 hours.
Yeah.
And we have 3 of them. And that particular bead can't be used for 16 hours after it's been used, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you can use it once per day in theory.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 1 bead is enough to get.
We'll get that's the people that are suffering. Other fires also going to be made.
So you're gonna do a normal fire other than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way, other people, pack animals, whatnot. There's going to be more ones.
If you were lower level or had less ranks, I would make you sit here and roll for that. But you got flint and steel and other stuff. It's fine.
Yeah.
You're literally a survival expert at this point. So, cool. So you guys
I have as many
hunker down.
level ranks as I had levels in it. So
You put the bead down, Ignis, and they're like, "Woo!" And then
class in here.
all the folks that are fucking freezing their asses off run over there, and it's so much better. Sam, you know this isn't as cold as it gets either. Like, this is winter cold. This is bad. And it's compounded by the fact that obviously you just came out of the rain and all that stuff too, and it's windy. Like, it's compounded by other factors. These people aren't wusses for being kind of fucked up having just walked into this.
So it's
But
above
you know it
freezing.
gets worse.
It's above freezing, but it's still cold.
It's it's like hovering around freezing at this point. It's like you're probably in like the mid to low 30s Fahrenheit.
Okay.
Or
Or else we'd be having snow or sleet or hail or whatever else.
Yeah.
'Cause-
You're not quite below, like, you're not consistently below 0 because you're not getting that stuff
with
yet.
wind, it would suck. So
Yeah, but you also know that's coming. That's literally tomorrow's forecast. And you also know that this place just in general gets colder than this.
ill wanted this.
So yeah, that's the thing that you would know. Obviously, Radek knows that too.
We're gonna do that glance of
Yeah, that just... all right, that's easing in. And like, you could hear him kind of start talking to some of them, like asking, so how far did you want to go before you start putting down roots? Like, how far did you want to get? Kind of that, like, you guys sure you want to go real far north? Because And you can tell like some of them are kind of debating it, and they're like talking amongst each other and stuff. They're like, but this area is not charted, so it's not like they've got maps of it. So it's really just like we're gonna have to look around and see like what's a good area that's got,
Water.
Water barriers to the wind, that kind of stuff, where they could actually realistically make a home. You know, as long as like they keep warm and that kind of stuff, they could be okay. Mm-hmm. So they don't really know yet. It's going to take a little bit of looking. But either way, you guys settle in. You've got what you need for getting people warm, and because you've got that fire and eventually get another one going, there's enough warmth in the area. The winds are low enough that it's not going to blow your fire out. I'm not going to make you keep making checks against the regular cold every hour. Because, like, as soon as you start feeling, like, really fucking cold, you just run over by the fire for a few minutes, warm up, and you go back to do what you're doing. But anyway, eventually night sets in. It's a rather long, boring day for the most part. You know, run out, you know, getting firewood, getting all that kind of stuff. You just have, because you stopped 6 hours in, there's like a whole extra like 2-hour chunk of time that you normally would have been traveling before like unloading and then setting up a whole camp and everything. But you got a lot of extra time, so you can sort of be a little lackadaisical about it in some ways. But the rest of the day is kind of a long day, just because, yeah, you didn't spend it traveling. Obviously, there's plenty to do, but you get that stuff done. Eventually, it starts getting dark, so you don't want to be going out too far or any of that stuff. Any kind of RP or anything you guys want to have, like, you can see that the spirits among the settlers and stuff they're not low, but it's like the reality is setting in.
Shit's cold.
Yeah, I've had all
Damn
food,
right.
prep this whole time, so I'm assuming I've been casting all food for Lamia. I will mention to her, do you have some dried food or something you can eat for tomorrow?
No, I mean, I shouldn't starve in one day. So if you want to prepare healing or whatever, then that's fine.
You know, something like that. It's mainly for survival. Something I can do.
I'm just curious. I'm going to try and prestidigitation the all food to see if I can make it flavored a little bit. Because I wonder, because since the all food is magic, if me prestidigitating it and changing the flavor will make it taste a little better to Llama.
Yeah.
What do you make it taste like?
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna pick a meat because she's only been able to taste meat stuff. So we'll just do like, I was gonna say just pork, but
Bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon.
It's like bacon.
What do you turn into all of it? Just like a pile of rocks or something?
I really wish there was snow, just so I could make a big snow burger.
I would then as a bit I would prestidigitation the snow yellow as well.
Oh god.
Lovely.
Because you can change colors with it.
Right.
No, probably
no snow yet. No snow yet. You can literally see it up ahead, so you know you're going into snow, but
probably
that's not where you're at.
a shapely looking rock.
A shapely looking rock.
Yeah.
That's an odd choice of adverb, but okay.
Well, a shapely rock.
Anyways,
It's a shape. That's shapely.
Africa bacon. Anyways,
Africa bacon. Okay, so yeah, you do that, and then Lamia. Holy shit!
It
It
tastes like
tastes
bacon?
like fucking bacon.
Oh my gosh!
That's wild.
we can make
Our
it all
powers
food not
combined.
taste like trash.
Oh my gosh. Eli,
Oh,
it tastes so good.
I forgot prestidigitation can flavor food.
Yeah.
I totally forgot it can do that.
I
It
can
does
drop a
85 million things. Okay,
It does. It's why it's one of the best spells of the game.
it's why it's my favorite
Boot
spell.
for good habits, of
ever.
course.
Yes.
Yes, it is why it is my favorite spell.
Yeah.
Spell level. I put my spellcasting level, or I put what level?
Whatever
The level of the spell
casting
you're
the
casting
at.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Eli, next time let's see if we can make
Yeah,
it like
let's see.
a normal meal, and if it tastes like a normal meal, then yeah, the answer is magic. I have to eat magic.
You have to eat magic. Well, look, I'll flavor it like a thing you normally can't taste, like a vegetable or something first, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Make it taste like mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah,
I
cast
can
it on
only
an
do like
eggplant, and we'll make
simple
it taste like
flavors,
eggplant.
though. By the way, I can't like make it complex and like multi-flavored. The whole thing's got to taste like one thing.
Mm.
And I'm pretty
That's
sure I can
okay,
only.
Eli. I'm super excited
I mean,
that
it's good, but
I can
if
eat something. Again, thank you, Samuel. And
you
that it
can
can
make
taste
it
better
anyway.
than what it has been tasting like.
Holy crap! Are you guys eating rocks?
Yeah, they're delicious.
Yeah, it's
We can't make it
delicious.
taste like a vegetable or something though. We can try like that mead because I tasted that mead because I can only do stuff I've tasted because I don't know what other things taste
Wait,
like.
you
Right?
haven't ate vegetables?
Yes,
Hold
I
on one
have.
second.
You haven't ate vegetables.
I ate lots of vegetables growing up as a lad.
Eating a fucking rock.
Like, I'm like, this is either a fight where it's like, yeah, I don't eat vegetables. You what? You'll eat what you get given, and you'll be happy for it.
You get to see him childhood.
Becoming my father. No. In game father.
Right. You see,
Throwing some shade on the old
back-
mustache man there.
a few minutes later, you see that same guy's got a rock in his hand, and he's over there talking to some of the other people, and he's just waving the rock around.
Don't do it.
That.
It's not safe.
Is that one of the rocks?
You got special teeth.
And that goes
Sam,
into my
that's-
obsession with characters with metal teeth. But anyways, continue.
You can see, like, at some point, he's like trying to like break the rock or something, and he's just obviously bewildered that you guys are over there eating rocks. But yeah. So, anything else?
We're doing our normal watch, right?
Probably with more people.
Well, I was gonna say we can have extra people on our watches with us.
Yeah.
I assume Ranger McDanger, man, other Ranger, whose name I have listed not on this screen, Braddock,
Oh, Raddick.
will be on somebody else's watch.
Yeah, probably. It would make sense.
Because he has spells as well, correct?
He does. He only has first levels though.
Raddick
So-
will be on my watch.
Yeah, he's probably going to be on yours then. Well, I mean, you get one of the randos. Like,
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Still a
They
plus
get
two.
to be scared by my eyes. It's all good.
So it goes Sam, Lamia, Eli.
Yep.
Yep. I'm last.
Lamia, other, Eli, other. All right.
Ooh.
Ford F-150, built different. I don't
Damn.
think that's the.
Bam.
Bye.
Ah, man, you rolled shitty too.
I know I did. I rolled a really bad perception.
Oh well.
So nothing happens.
28. That must have been real bad. With my roll. Oh no, it's not too bad.
Yeah, nothing happens. Okay, so
Ugh.
What? Killer Snowman attack.
so yeah, you guys, get all camped, get into your winter blankets and everything. Frankly, it's a pretty shitty night of sleep. Like it does what it's supposed to do, right? But it's fucking cold. And it's also, it's unfamiliar territory. There's a lot more people around you. So it's not like it's exactly quiet. There's like some people are snoring and some like toss and turn. There's just a bunch of extra noises and just stuff that you're not as used to when you're out, out here. You're used to just being yourselves or the couple other people that you're with. So it's just unfamiliar, but eventually you all get some sleep. Let's see, Sam, your first watch. Okay. So, Eli,
Yes.
during your watch, just before, wee hours of the morning, that kind of stuff, right? So not even light outside yet. You begin to notice, like, as it begins to get a bit lighter, you're not seeing the sun. It's definitely overcast. A bunch of clouds and stuff have moved, like, all in. Like, overcast is not unusual here, but it's thick cloud cover up there. To the point where you're like, you can kind of tell it's day, mostly the internal clock running, but it's dark. And it looks like it's probably going to stay dark. And it is definitely getting colder the longer you sit there. So you have to, like, move a little bit closer to the fire. As you can tell, just because, like, the sun's not getting all the way down here. So it's going to get colder. The temperature's going to continue to drop. And the wind begins to pick up.
Not the wind. That's the worst part.
Yeah. By the time, Sam, because you'll be one of the first people up, obviously. By the time you get up and whatnot, it is, to you, especially because you were asleep, it is noticeably much colder. It's still very dark, and you even begin to start to feel little droplets of rain coming down. You're like, oh, fuck. That's going to get bad. So, as everyone starts to get up and break camp and get ready, and obviously people are like, oh, shit, it's dark, it's cold, it's starting to rain? What is that? They don't all know what the hell is actually going on right now, or what to expect. So the question is, do you just press on, or do you have any other kind of plan of how you want to deal with this? And if you have questions for the DM, feel free to ask questions of the DM.
Should we, like, tie rope around everybody, just in case?
No.
If we're tying stuff up, we're going to just go with tying buddies, I think, to each other. I think tying us all together.
I think it's going to make it harder for people to walk and ride normal.
Yeah, just linking pairs, I think, first. If it starts to get really bad, then we might have to make that kind of step.
I forgot. There's nothing that happens in the morning, but you guys continue, and I'll get to it in a second.
Okay. Okay. As in another thing, Lamia would know a little bit better, but I don't know what kind of things would be best for preparing to trek across very cold.
You have that. You guys are prepared to trek across very cold.
Okay. So,
But
I mean,
a storm is a bit different, right? It's really more of a matter of whether you want to move during, bad visibility, high winds, high cold, or if you're going to try to find somewhere to hunker down more effectively. That's the main question, unless you have other ideas, right?
okay.
Like we're not all survival experts. Like we'll have a check, and I'll describe some stuff, but we don't have to know every trick in the book for you guys to be effective at it. But
Okay. Well, then would a good idea be to travel on a little further to see if we can find, like, I don't know, like a cave or a wall, a mountain or something like that to block off wind? Or is that a bad idea?
I mean, that's probably what we're going to look for like a camp. Just like he was talking about earlier, that's one of the things they're going to look for this settlement. But so that's a good place to look to try and set up a camp if we're going to do that later. For sure.
Do you agree,
Okay.
Sam?
Well,
deep in thought.
we still got to break. If we're going to do all this, we got to break everything down. We got to start going with the hope of finding something else. Probably not get that far. Break everything back out. Set everything back up.
Mm-hmm. So it's
During
that,
the
or we send out small scouting parties because we don't necessarily want to break camp here. But this is not a livable place. We can't just hunker down and hold out all winter. It's getting colder. We need to find somewhere that, if we're going to try and weather things, that we can actually do that at. I don't feel like this is a good place for that.
I can go out and look. Maybe an hour or two and come back.
Well, again, buddy system. Don't go by yourself.
Sherlock's with me, and I got
Buddy
Doesn't
system,
count.
mate.
I'm sorry, Sherhawk.
Ginger
I
is
don't
fine.
gingerly.
I'll come with you.
I can cast speak with animals, and they can talk to me the whole way there.
I will come with you. I'm not asking.
Say, if you get attacked by some abominable snowman out there, I'm not cutting Ginger open to put you in her for warmth.
Did we bring the animals? I know I didn't bring Nyx.
You don't have Ginger.
Yeah,
with
no.
you.
Oh, we
I
don't?
was
Okay.
I know I didn't bring Nyx. I don't know about the
However,
other
speaking
animals,
of which, that's the thing that happens is a set of 3 very majestic looking horses arrive at your camp.
That's right.
yes.
They seem to appear just like almost out of nowhere, just suddenly, just like they just roll in like a stiff breeze. Each of them is kind of a very verdant, like green color, spackled across like a bright white coat. But it almost seems like as they're approaching and such, like it looks like they're white as they're moving and such, but it almost looks like the coat tends to be reflecting different kinds of light and stuff around them. Like their coat is like very reflective, almost in a weird camouflage way. Like as they get close to other things, the color of it shifts and changes. So when they pull up to you, it's a little bit drab and dark, like compared to the tarp and things of your tents and other stuff like that. So they blend in very well, but they all just race up very quickly and slow down as they get there, and they start to just like canter up past everyone who's like whoa, what are those? Wow, they're beautiful, and all that kind of stuff. And then one at a time, each of them, one will come up to Sam, and another one comes up to Eli, and one actually does walk up to you, Lamia.
Lamia will be a little surprised. But then, shut up, Ellie. You try and and essentially introduce herself, the way she would have Chetla back when Chetla wasn't scared.
It seems receptive, doesn't seem afraid of you. The one that comes up to you, Sam, has like a little flower garland that seems to be woven into its mane. And as it walks up to you and you're like saying hi to it, all of a sudden a voice comes from it that says, "These are a gift from Mr. Shaluvi."
Cool.
Did I hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's at like a normal volume. It's soft.
Y'all heard that too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to do my normal thing that I do with speak to animals, where I have to say everything the animal's saying, but it's in my voice.
I don't think it's the animal speaking, Sam.
I know, but
Also,
I said like when I speak with animals.
I don't
Like
think
speak-
these technically count as animals either. I think they're technically fae, but whatever. I don't know if speak with animals works on that. I don't know how that spell works. It's not in my spell list.
I mean, in theory, I'm sure I could ask a fish, a question they would answer. I would just have to stick my head underwater to, listen. Everything's animals.
They also
I
don't
was
seem
gonna say,
bothered by
you're
the
trying
cold.
Just absentmindedly, stroking its
Snout?
nose, snout, area between
Whatever you
nose
call it.
and eye, the
Yeah.
muzzle. Muzzle's for long. I don't know what a horse's snout area is called. The long face.
What wasn't this gift supposed to be coming
It
later
is
when we actually
called-
got settled down?
I don't remember.
But it is called the muzzle. You were right, by the way.
Okay.
That is what it was called.
I knew they were.
I didn't want to interrupt what you guys were talking, but it was
I mean, you did settle
my
down for
knowledge of horse anatomy.
about 10 hours.
Oh,
Yeah, we
yeah,
camped
fair
down.
enough.
We camped
So-
down.
Well, this will let us look faster.
All right. They don't have saddles. They're just horses, right?
Yeah, they don't have saddles.
All right. I'm gonna do my best to grab the withers and pull myself on this horse and not fall down.
You I mean, unless you guys brought saddles with you,
Nope.
or you could borrow the saddles off the other horses that everybody else brought.
I am going to take a bolt of fabric that I have, though, that I brought to trade, and just throw it over the back of the horse so I have something to sit on.
Okay.
It's a horse blanket. Let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, just don't get smacked while you're riding it. You should be okay.
Yeah.
Um,
You're gonna be nice, right? You're not gonna ride super hard. You're not gonna throw me off. That's a long way to fall for me.
The blanket should go from about the withers to the croup, and then I will grab
Those are
both
made up
withers and the
words.
croop.
And-
They're not. They're parts of a horse. And try and
are?
put
Nah, I'm
myself
pretty
on
sure
this
those are made
horse.
up words. I'm a farmer, and those words sound made up to me.
Be
All
careful.
words are made up.
And I guess Eli, you're able to communicate further away, right?
Sure,
I can yell.
message a little bit. Yeah, it's not super far, but it's farther than I can yell.
Okay.
Like, I have to see what I'm talking to. Which visibility is shit.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
It's going
Except
to be
I wouldn't
shit.
say
Right
that.
now it's meh,
It's crap.
but
It's bad.
yeah, it's because it's
Yeah.
dark. But
Anyway, yeah, let's.
I'll keep an ear out.
all right, so you guys ride out,
Yeah,
just two of you.
Yeah.
that's
All right,
a buddy. That's one buddy.
One
We
word
each have
for
a buddy.
you. Yeti. You're both dead. All right, it's your show now. I'm kidding.
It's like the end of that skiing game that was on Windows 98 that I don't remember what
Ski
it's
Freak.
called, but if anybody played, yeah, where you
Ski
get
Freak.
eaten by
Yeah,
a Yeti at the end of the game.
Right?
You could dodge it. You could dodge it and keep going. It
Wow.
keeps showing back up though. I played a lot of that. Game, dude.
Yikes.
That Space Cadet.
I didn't even know you could dodge the fucking thing. But no, yeah, you guys aren't immediately unceremoniously killed by a Yeti, unless you roll really bad. But no, you don't actually even encounter a Yeti.
Look, if it's
At least I
going
don't
to
think you
kill
do.
me, it needs to at least have some ceremony. That's all I'm asking.
How far ahead are you wanting to travel? You can tell me in miles or in time. It's up to you.
An hour.
An hour.
You think?
Okay.
Hour on horse, even though it's bad conditions, it's still pretty far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think these things. Sam, give me a knowledge nature. Actually, yeah. You're the knowledge nature guy. You know Faye.
You are indeed.
Hold on.
Are they fae or are they aminals?
They count.
Did
as,
you say aminals?
Aminals. Aminals
Yeah.
instead of animals.
Aminals.
So I'm just saying, my favorite enemies. They're animals.
These count as Fae.
Yeah, animals. You're all animals. Anyways, I don't remember what that's from. It's from a thing.
Strong ass horse. All right, cool. There it is. Let's see. It's that adds. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you know, you know these things are really, really fast. Without a saddle and like bit and bridle and all that stuff, it is not a good idea to move anywhere close to their full speed. So for now, you're pretty much going to move at regular horse speed. Unless you want to get crazy and start making some ride checks. You know?
No, thank you.
That's up to you. But, yeah.
Do have
like,
points put into it.
you have points put in the ride, yes. But I'll tell you this. So a normal horse has a speed of 50 feet. So a single move action moves 50 feet. Obviously, double move 100. And then they have the run feat. So if they're running, they get times 5. Sylphwind's base movement speed is 90 feet.
Woof.
Yeah. So, yeah. They're really, really... It's basically a fucking rapid ash without the fire. Like, so...
Yes,
About
one of my
61
favorite
miles an hour.
Yeah.
Base speed.
They's fast.
That is quick. I don't know if anybody's ever tried to
0
surf
to
a truck.
60 in one round.
Yeah, if anybody's ever tried to surf a truck bed before going on a highway, it's hard.
Yeah, these things can bolt. Yeah, and these are not the characters that have experience writing these either. So,
Yep.
So yeah, you guys. I'm assuming you guys are going to move at like a regular horse speed for now.
I think they'd go 5 times that.
If they run, yeah, at a running speed, they yeah.
Good. Crazy.
They fucking
That's so
move.
fast.
There was a reason that that one shot
300 miles an hour.
Yeah.
we managed to catch up and rescue.
It's ludicrously fast.
Yeah. That's also why, when you were in the one shot, they weren't necessarily moving at max speed because of trees, but trees, and also you were on them. Is really why.
Yeah. I don't think the human body is made to experience 306 mile an hour per hour wind.
We were orcs and half orcs. We're fine. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, it was these things are Quixie.
Yeah.
They're also magic, right? So
yeah.
Do they come with a magic seatbelt? Because Eli would like a magic seatbelt, please.
You also know they can airwalk, so if you want to move 300 miles an hour through the air, you can.
No, thank you.
And in theory, I could cast a spell on them that makes them move twice as fast.
Anyway, so an hour.
Sam wants to get all the skin peels off his face.
we're gonna make the first sonic boom, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god, yeah, those are dangerous. Those are speeds where if a leaf blows and hits you in the head, it's over. just fucking vaporizes a head catches fire.
Yeah, no, thank you.
But yeah,
no, not really that fast, but it's still fucking up there.
I'm gonna build full plate for it and myself, just so we're both protected from the wind. Yeah.
Yeah, these things are damn fast. So Sam, you know that stuff actually.
Yeah,
they can do the airwalk.
So
they move
hours
shit
quite a bit further in reality.
Mm-hmm. And you also, that means you also know to tell Eli hey, don't spur this thing.
Yeah.
Do not under any circumstances.
Not do it. It'll be funny.
Whatever's chasing you, it's worse to spur this than whatever.
You should definitely have your mouth open when you do it.
Eat all the bugs.
Just the sheer intake of air into your mouth fills your lungs and they explode.
I think you'd just be left stationary, just spinning in place.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah. So these things are fucking lightning quick. Is only 20. Actually, yeah. Because you're Sam, you also know that there are legends of another breed of these. Whereas these are apparently born of wind and air. They move with that same kind of grace and swiftness. There is one that is born of lightning that is supposedly even faster. But who knows? That's a myth in your homeland. So maybe that exists, maybe it doesn't.
Yeah.
So many lightning and thunder myths.
Yeah.
In the land of Delancha.
I don't know horse and so.
Right. But anyway, so yeah, you guys. So you're gonna head out about an hour. Just take a look around, see if you can find any good place to hunker down for the incoming storm. I'll say so for Sam, we're gonna do survival. No, not survival in this case. I think this will be 2 checks. The first one is gonna be knowledge geography, and then Eli, I just want you to give me a perception.
Bet, coming right up.
And this is a forest.
2 more.
So 24. Okay. You can keeping both of those.
Yeah.
Cool. So 24 knowledge geography. You think you have an idea when you kind of see the horizon as you're getting close enough that you're able to spy out some of the different landforms, and there's some hills and stuff. No, fuck those hills. Go over here where the trees are, and but no, you actually end up you go into the hills a little bit. There's still lots of trees all over them, but you're there's a good chance that some of these might have caves or dens or other stuff like that that might work, depending on the size of them. But obviously, having to keep an eye out in case you find tracks and that sort of stuff, you're pretty busy. Eli, as you guys are moving through the trees and stuff, we'll say this is about 40 minutes out.
Mm-hmm.
So you haven't quite hit an hour. I'm not going to make you make checks yet. Or checks, saves. As you guys are moving over there, Sam points out the hills and stuff. You guys start going that direction. Off to what would be your northeast. What? What?
Your mic popped like
Yeah,
super
really
loud
loud.
for a
No, I
second.
can't understand you as well.
You were roboting for a second.
It popped and
Yeah.
then went robot.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even know.
You
Yeah.
sound normal now.
That's weird.
That is weird. 1 second. Hold on. I'm gonna mute it.
Yeah, the audio on the music cleared up. I was also doing it. So,
Yeah.
You're muted in the Zoom call.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I
okay.
was cursing. Okay. Is it
Yeah,
it
it's
normal
working
still?
fine now.
Okay.
So you are hearable.
Yeesh. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with that.
You had them roll.
I did. Eli, that's right. You see off to what would be your northeast,
Mm-hmm.
what looks like a light.
Yeah.
Looks like maybe there's torchlight off in the distance over there that seems to be moving very gradually a bit further north. It's noticeable mostly because of the fact that it's dark everywhere else, and like obviously I imagine you guys probably have torches.
Yeah. Well, I
But,
don't.
that's true. I imagine Sam has a torch or some kind of light source. But other than you guys, it's like everything else is pretty damn dark.
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys headed north?
I believe so.
Further north?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
it's also getting colder then. But
Okay.
but that's what you notice. Seems to be moving also further north.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you say anything about it or not. No.
Yeah,
details.
I'll point it out. I'll be like, hey, is that like a torch? It looks like a light. It's got to be something.
when we did just have a story about. Yeah, let's go check it out.
I mean, I was thinking the Rocky Horror Picture Show song. So, one of those two things.
I'm
could be-
just a sweet.
No. It's like in
That's the
the.
only one I know.
All right, fair
So you
enough.
guys are gonna go investigate. Okay, so you move a bit further north, trying to see. Okay, is somebody carrying a torch over here?
Yeah.
What mad lad? Yeah.
And as you get closer, obviously it's moving north. So it's moving away from you anyway. In the dark, between the different trees and stuff. Both of you give me perception checks.
Okay, coming right at it.
Okay, you guys get within. Wait, shit, Eli. How far is your dark vision?
I think it's only 30 feet. Yeah. I don't
Okay.
get 60 feet till like next level.
So, okay, Sam, you're able to see further than he is. Cool. So yeah, Eli.
Although, if it's that dark outside, I would have cast dark vision on myself before the next point. If it is dark vision needed dark.
It's more just that it's also distance.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said dark vision is 60 feet, but
Yeah, dark vision is going to cancel the fact that it's effectively dim light within for that 30 feet, but like outside of that, because you don't have anything that helps your vision in dim light, it's very short. It's basically your vision gets cut in
Well,
half.
well, no,
when it's dim.
that's what I'm saying. I would have cast dark vision so it's 60 feet instead of 30 feet, so I could see farther if I knew it was that dark outside.
It's
But,
dim light, effectively.
Okay.
It's not dark; it's dim light. So
Then I'd have probably left it. It's fine.
yeah, because that effectively cuts your vision in half, other than your dark vision.
Yeah.
So if you would have still cast it because it's like, well, I can barely see, then you would cast it.
Yeah. I might actually try to save us some trouble and cast it on Sam since we're going to look for somebody with a torch. The second I saw the torch, actually, I'd be like, hey, we're going to go check that out. Let's put ours out. Let me dark vision
my colors.
the two of us so we can be a little bit more, unnoticed if need be.
Sheesh.
Little bit.
Dark vision do both, so you get 60. Cool.
I'm glad you can roll to recover your magic.
Yeah, I can't roll to do most of this, although roll's been good today.
Yeah.
That's true.
So.
Which I will be nerfing that in the future, but not until the games that it's
As
used in
you
are,
should.
yeah, not until all the games where we're using it are completed. So I think I like the feature, but either way, so right as you get to about that 60-foot mark, you'll both be able to notice that there doesn't appear to be anyone holding a torch. You just see the flame seeming to slowly be floating away from you. Right as you hit that point where you notice the flame, what was it? Sam, you rolled the high one, 25? Okay, and then Eli, you're keeping the 21?
Yep.
Alright, so Sam, the thing you'll notice is that it's not actually a flame you're looking at. It's just light. It's just a glow, like not an orb shape or anything. It still flickers like a flame does, like exactly the way that a torchlight would flicker if there was light rain coming down and that kind of stuff. But there's no fire. You don't see like a burning mote at the end of a stick or anything. There's just orange. You don't see orange. There's just light that seems to be flickering much like a flame out in the distance, moving gradually away, and then it stops right as you guys get close enough to notice it, and you're noticing the flickering. It stops moving away. It just stays right where it is.
Does it seem? Has anybody cast light or?
You both have dark vision, and that's it so far.
Well, no, I think
have I
it says
seen a
he
magical light
knows
been
what
cast
people
before?
casting light looks like.
Yeah, you've seen someone cast light before.
Yeah, somebody
it
has, I'm sure.
pure
It
light?
hasn't been me, but
is
somebody
it-
has.
Different.
It's different because light, as the spell, is cast on an object, so it would be a glowing object. This is not a glowing object. This would be closer to if someone used dancing light, so there's an orb of light, except it's not orb shaped. It's organic shape in a way.
I'm in charge of those campfire things, right? The beads.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you got him. Yeah.
you sure are.
I'll mention to Eli, if something goes wrong, get close to me. I might be able to buy some time if something tries to attack us.
Alrighty, will do.
Guess I'll go check it out. Still, it's weird. Normally, I would say leave it alone, but if it's somebody out there, it could be a magical thing. Could 100% be a trap.
I mean, it is most likely some form of trap. So,
but I'd rather us trigger it than everybody else. Also, be hearing that trigger. Can I do a? I can't do it in real life, but the loud whistle with my fingers.
Sure. So you whistle super loud.
The sausage finger dad whistle.
Try and get its attention? Question mark. Yeah.
Whistle at it. It seems to stay where it is.
Yeah, that's weird. No reaction. We're not gonna figure out what it is by staying over here.
Yeah, might as well go check it out.
Not that fast. No. No. Like, goes like in a wheelie for a second.
So you start moving closer. About how much closer are you going to get? Or just until something else jumps out at you?
Yeah, probably.
Phrasing.
Yeah, let's go into the
something
trap,
else
yes.
Makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Either we
walk a little bit forward. Right as you get to about 50 feet away, it very quickly rushes towards you, just bolts directly toward Sam.
Oh no.
And so what you see is just this rapidly approaching light, and it seems to get right in your face, like the Sylphid like kind of turns, doesn't quite rear up, but it pivots away from the light, like it's gonna turn to the side and move. So it's right up in your face, and what you notice, it appears at the center of this, like right where the core of the flame would be, appears to be a shape like a skull with the mouth open towards you.
no.
And then all at once, it's gone.
I don't think that was friendly. Skulls are usually bad.
You know, I can't argue with that logic.
We've had bad experience with skulls. Someone drink stuff, someone kisses.
Hey Sam, I'm guessing a 27 beats your touch AC.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Is it undead? No.
Alright. So Sam, all of a sudden, your entire body goes stiff. Just rigid. Eli, you see him back arch just locks up for a second, like his teeth clench together like super hard and like chatter really hard. Sam, you take 9 points of electricity damage, and Eli, you see just behind him that weird light thing seems to like just blossom back into being just behind him, like it touched him, and he went all of a sudden. So I need you guys to roll initiative, but first let's get on a screen where you've got minis.
Okay.
We'll just go.
Sorry,
just
Molly,
doing
you're not
theater of
part
the
of
mind
the fight.
I mean, I might be part of a fight later. I'm with the rest of the camp.
It's true.
Yeah, when they all get attacked in our absence. But Wendigo and get eaten.
I will
Really
do my
wishing
best
good
to say,
things on
hey,
Rob.
run towards where they went. But
All right. Well, everybody, you're gonna get to see for the first time in a long time the start screen.
The start screen, oh my goodness. The ancient deity of the Sanic.
Oh god.
that start screen,
been
I
so
have
long.
completely. It has been.
Be not afraid.
I am
Ancient
hurt
deity
and
of Sanic.
offended.
There you go, because
Cute little
you
frogs.
kind of have minis here.
Me and my jack-o'-lantern face.
Go away.
Oh, okay, I guess so.
But anyway, all right. So let's clear this. Remove turns.
Salute the
All right,
dragons.
then yeah, select your minis and roll initiative, please.
Selected. Rolled. Ooh, look at that. Solid natural 2.
He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. He rolled a 2.
I did. And, not everybody can roll 2s like me. It's okay. I understand.
I don't have any arc for it. That's okay. Boop. All right. What do you got?
Not in a forest, are we?
Not enough what?
Are we in a forest?
You are enforced.
Oh, 16. That's right. Cold area also terrain, but the forest also could be in the cold area.
Yeah, most terrains have either
like overlapping,
cold, warm, or whatever. Like they all have like a temperature as well. So, shit, brain, come on! What was you doing? Initiative. That's right. All right, cool.
Favorite terrain, but it's actually like climates. Temperates. How dare you roll a 19 on this?
Jeez. Okay.
Offended.
All right, so
it's only going at 8 times my speed, essentially.
Right. So Sam, you get fucking zapped. Eli, you can see this thing has like appeared behind him and seemed to touch him right before he like seized up. And then it's gonna it just touches him again. So Sam, you feel probably a pretty fucking awful pain that then repeats. Ooh. 14 more points of electricity damage. And then, Eli, you see this thing seem to go away. Sam, it's your turn.
Fucking ow!
And, you're mounted on that Sylph Wind, so it has its own actions separate from yours, but you act on the same initiative, so...
Yeah. Well, I had a plan thought up. Now the question is if it's in my zone or not. It is currently disappeared, though, at the moment, yes?
Yeah, as far as you know, there's nothing there. Or it's invisible. You're not sure.
To throw that bead down and make a fire, is that an action?
I mean, I would say that's at least a standard action, yeah.
Okay. I will do that then. You said it earlier, so Ignis said I flick it onto the...
Okay, so you have a campfire near you.
Mm-hmm.
It's lit now. There's light. You can see. You don't see the thing.
But we have fire here. And maybe that'll scare it away.
Alright. That was your move, because you had to draw it. You had to get the item standard. So then, do you have the horse move, or no?
No. We're staying near the fire.
Just stay there? Okay. Mm-hmm. Alright. Eli, you're up.
Well, I'm just gonna ready an action. I'm gonna ready to magic missile this thing as soon as I see it. So I'll type that in the chat.
Should give me something.
Well, I got a nat 20 on the recovery. I'm rolling gangbusters on this stuff.
Sweet. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm just gonna restart roll 20 because it's being fucking weird.
Yeah, I had to do that twice already today, too.
Alright, cool. So you ready magic rockets / magic missiles?
Yeah. Just renamed it because rockets rock and missiles miss.
Okay.
Everybody wasn't here for that combo.
It's turn again. And you didn't move. Okay, so order of operations here is it attacks versus you're flat-footed. After its attack, it becomes visible. The magic rockets will trigger, and then will continue as normal.
That's good.
So Sam, it's gonna touch you. It's gonna try to touch you again.
What are the chances it rolls really good through them?
I mean, it doesn't need to roll really good. I mean, yeah.
The only time a flat-footed AC can be good is if you have armor on.
Well, it's also a touch attack.
Yeah, so, yeah.
So it's basically a swinging out of 10, essentially. So you take 12 more electricity damage. Sam, I imagine, is not looking great.
Nope.
Yeah. So then we need the magic missiles. So the first one looks like a 3, and then
It's like 15 total.
nice. Oh, you get 3 total missiles.
I get 4 total missiles.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, I see what you. Yeah.
4
you
at
did all the
7.
rest of
Yeah.
that.
So I did
You did all
3
the rest
extra
of that.
ones because I got the first one. Yeah.
So 15. That those all seem to impact it very easily. Obviously, no chance of missing on that. So definitely take some damage. It's still there.
Yeah.
But that worked
Okay, hit
pretty
it.
well. Minus 15. Cool. Alright, so that was its standard as its move action. Eli, it's gonna just move over to you. Just flies very swiftly in your direction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Sam, you didn't have a weapon drawn, did you?
Nope.
Not yet. Okay, that's fine. It just zips over there away from you. Finally gets off of your fucking neck. But you can see it. It's still this glow. Because of the dark vision. Oh no, you have a fire down. So dark vision is not kicked in around you because of the actual light. So you can see that the light that it's glowing with is sickly green.
Mm.
And it's definitely hovering over by Eli, like zipping around like it's gonna start fucking zapping him. Cool. That is its turn. Sam, you're up.
I cast a spell.
Alright, what you casting?
That's a natural 1. On
Hey,
that,
buddy.
I was just trying to figure out what the fuck you were doing lighting a campfire in the middle of battle.
Yeah.
Okay, you can create a barrier around a fire of at least campfire size that shelters everyone inside so long as the fire continues to burn. The barrier appears as a crackling sphere of light and fire that is clearly visible, providing as much illumination as a torch. The barrier blocks line of sight, granting creatures on either side of the barrier total concealment from creatures on the other side. Any object or creature passing through the barrier from outside takes 1d6 points of fire damage. It is also outlined with light equivalent to that of the torch for 1d6 minutes. Creatures outlined in this way are plainly visible regardless of the light conditions and do not benefit from any sort of concealment, magical or otherwise. The light is not bright enough to have any special effect on undead or creatures vulnerable to light. Creatures inside the barrier can leave without penalty, but if they try to return, they suffer the same consequences as anyone else. If the fire source of the barrier at the barrier's center is extinguished or moved, the spell ends. It's a 20-foot radius. Okay, so right now you're all inside of that radius, including the creature. But this does mean, obviously, if anything else tries to come in, it's going to have to deal with a problem.
Yep.
We don't count the spell recovery for the ones, right?
Nah.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Or, no.
Just...
It is a 1, it just doesn't generate a snail.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it still counts as a 1.
It counts for the poll.
Oh, it does
It
count.
counts for
Okay.
the poll, yeah. I realized what you meant after a second. Sweet. Okay, so this whole area has this illuminated barrier around it now. Sweet. Okay, and then I'm guessing you're staying put.
Yeah, move action to draw weapons.
Just shing.
Yep. As much as I don't want to hit the electrical thing with a sword, I probably will. Because in Sam's mind, it's probably not made of electricity. I think that.
Yeah.
But in Sam's like, that shit shocked me. It's made of electricity. I'm going to probably still hit it with a sword and find out, though. So yeah, sword.
Stuff makes magical electricity all the time. It doesn't have to be made of electricity.
Yeah.
All right, Eli, you're up.
Okay. Fantastic. I can still see it.
Oh yeah, it's right next to you.
Oh, okay. Force punch.
Casting defensively first.
Oh yeah. There's that, and let me roll my.
Oh.
It's just concentration for casting defensively. Yes. Or is it spellcaster level? I forget.
It is a concentration check, so yes.
Okay, it's concentration. Okay,
Yeah, you can just click concentration there.
There we go. Concentration.
Nat 20, nice.
20. I am concentrated on force punching the crap out of this thing.
I just wish I had acted that plan a little sooner before it got to us.
Right. So you would cast the spell. You try to make contact with this thing. Go ahead and roll touch attack.
Yep. No roll. Oh, there. The input value was hidden behind something else. All right, here it goes. 22.
22 touch attack. Are you happy with that?
It's as good as it's gonna get.
You miss.
Damn.
Like, you know that was a lightning quick punch. You've been watching some kung fu movies lately and shit, and like listening to seminars by Michael Jai White. You're like, yeah, I can non-telegraph this bitch, and it's just not where you punched. What the hell? It's just like floating slightly higher than you. This thing is fast when it moves. But yeah, so now you know that. It's its turn. It's gonna try to zap you.
I'm sure it will succeed. Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't a natural one, so.
Yeah, that's all I was waiting for too.
All right, you take 7 points of electricity damage.
Cool. I have a reaction.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my Stygian trapping to react to do the 5d4 points of force damage and push it 10 feet.
Right. Okay,
Get out of this damn barrier! No.
I'm assuming you're trying to push it 10 feet so it leaves the barrier.
Yes, exactly.
You can do that to push it away from you.
Yep.
All
right.
Yeah, that puts it
12 points of
just
force damage.
just outside the barrier.
Awesome. So that is what I will do. I will shove it out of the barrier and do the force damage with the Stygian trapping.
So, Eli, sorry, Dave. You want to describe what it looks like?
Keep that for good habits too.
When Eli gets fucking electrocuted, but also blasts this thing 10 feet away.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be that where you're like, if anybody's ever stubbed their toe, and then I'm sure people have done this, but you stub your toe and whatever's offended you in that way just gets backhanded. Like even if it's a dresser and it hurts, it's just that like woof, and it's just like smack, and it's just force comes off of me in like a wave. So it's just, wah!
His like scream of pain just like echoes like deep.
Yes.
This fucking thing goes flying out.
Oh yeah. It's like a tennis backhand at this point. Oh. Right.
So yeah, it just you see it fly outside of the barrier, which is I believe it said it's opaque. So yeah, it definitely it definitely leaves the barrier. It didn't have to move to do that. It just attacked. So it's got a move action. Hold on a second. Look at. Okay. It moves through the barrier with no issues.
Damn.
Just like cuts right through it. You actually see the barrier itself like seems to like sparkle and like split, like the magic's being disrupted as this thing rushes through it.
Fucking magic.
It moves back up to you, Eli, but that's all it can do on its turn. Sam, you're up.
I'm not gonna.
That was such a good plan.
Yeah. Bullshit ghost things. It's not even ghost, it could be whatever. Yeah. Get closer and try and hit it with my sword.
Alright.
Let's see if it works. We know it has a crazy high.
Yeah, it's got a high SAC.
Yeah. I have to move,
try to-
though, right?
Your horse does. Or you have to hop off of it.
So I get a full attack or no full attack?
If you move on, if you get the horse move, you get a full attack.
Okay, let's go with that then.
Do you move to like flank it? You can and stay in the barrier, just barely.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's +2.
I'm just gonna
Is that with your +2 from flanking?
Yep. I can't add luck to that, can I?
You can.
Let's see if we have a luck die, at least to that first one. It's 23 hit.
23?
22 didn't.
23 doesn't hit.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Fuck this thing. We're leaving.
I know, dude.
Well, you rolled
Fucking
pretty low
Uh,
on your attack rolls.
it's a high
23
fucking AC,
doesn't fucking
though.
hit.
It's a super fucking high AC. Oh my god, you're so
And it's
close,
doing
though.
touch attacks. Fuck off.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
I'm not.
So you, one big heavy swing.
Goddamn fighter jet.
Just slips out of the way of it. You take another one. It's just out of the way of it. It's like, fuck, dude. This thing is hard. It's like trying to hit. It's like trying to hit a leaf with a punch. It's just fucking bouncing around in the wind. You can't quite get to the damn thing.
Calm down, Hajime.
Eli, you're up.
I'm gonna cast defensively. I'm gonna magic rocket this thing. That's my plan.
Okay. 27 defensively.
27
Yep.
concentration.
Yep, that'll do her.
Because man, I can't hit it, but these can.
She recovered that shit again. Oh god. Okay, 5. What's the rest of it?
Let's see. Oh, whoop! I almost shortchanged myself out of a dice. I wrote 3d3 instead of 3d4 for a second. Okay, total of 14.
14.
You know, I
And
can't
I
have
still got
great.
the punch on my hand, don't I?
Yeah.
Technically, yes. You do still have that on your hand.
I got that strong. I'm probably not gonna hit it, but if it moves out of my threatened space, I'll swing.
Ellie, blah. Eli already has Fortunate Fate.
Yeah, I do. I just didn't want to use it on a dice roll that was an 18, hoping for a 19 or a 20. That seemed like a poor choice of roll.
Yeah, so they've already got one, so I'll refund that to you in a second. I should just turn it off whenever they've got it, shouldn't I? Anyway.
Yeah, that might be a better idea.
I didn't even think of that. Oh, I see how it is. Alright. Okay, so, shit, Brian. Okay. 14 damage. Kills it.
Yes! Thank you, Magic Rockets.
13 hit points left.
Oh, sick.
So you just ship it up a blue.
Yeah.
And you see you can see the like light of it just like move with each strike, and then that last missile, the light seems to go out and you can see something seems to fly back through the barrier.
Alright. Sam, we gotta find out whatever that was, if it's got a body, and then we gotta get out of here because I don't want any more of those to show up.
That fucking hurts. I forgot. Was there an off button for the fire?
For
the campfire.
the bead or
The bead.
the wall?
Because if I remove the bead, the other one goes away as well. So
That's a good question.
We should be.
I think
Or
you
just
have to douse it. I think you have to douse it.
Okay, I was gonna say we can exit the wall freely, right?
Yeah, we can
just
exit
come back
freely.
in.
yeah. I mean, you can if you want to take 6 points of fire damage or 1d6. But yeah, we feel
The
toasty.
command word is spoken. The fire burns for. Yeah, no, you have to extinguish it.
Okay. Spin around, extinguishing.
So you're just kicking dirt all over it and then dig it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as I guess it's out, the bigger.
Yeah.
Sorry, all
So
I
soon-
imagined was me throwing down the friggin' bubble shield from Halo 3, and then us fighting inside of it.
Yeah, the spike
Pretty
bubble
much.
shield, the brute bubble shield. Yeah,
Yeah.
just whack.
So, all right. So your campfire wall comes down, and because I imagine you're both on pretty high alert, as soon as it comes down, you see from the same direction, you see 3 more lights.
Bye.
Nope.
Same brain cell.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So those things were really goddamn fast. So I imagine there's like a few checks back there, like, you're not fucking
Oh, yeah.
following. Thankfully, they're not following you.
I wait until we're like completely out of eyesight of those things to dispel the magic that's on my hand. Even I'm like riding with one hand, like I'm gonna punch it if it comes up. I got it.
He's just riding with one fist.
Yeah. I'll punch it.
You see some weird fucking hermit druid like on a hill, just like, right on, brother. No, I'm not kidding. You do see a weird hermit druid on top of a hill. He doesn't raise his fist though. But as you're riding by, you see this like weird old man standing on top of a hill that's got a lot of trees on it. Just seems like watching you go by.
Is that
Like a
the bear,
staff.
the bear guy you met before?
I don't know. I think I lost all my eyelashes. Oh, what the hell?
But yeah, he doesn't give you the like right on, brother thing. He's not
It's
that
like I
cool.
got kicked by a mule.
You did throw a campfire bead down right at your feet and make a firewall. You probably don't have eyebrows.
I mean, yeah.
This
That is a
help.
good point, Ellie. What's worse than a Wendigo? A forest full of Wendigo.
No, Wendigo hate each other.
Like
Those are the
You
rules
only
I just made
need
up.
one.
at their level, like Wendigos are the Godzilla threshold. It's like
You only need one.
you get
I
to like
want
2
one.
and you're like, okay, at 2 it actually can't get any worse at this point.
It's like
The difference between 2 and 400 is it doesn't matter.
if you were in the water and you're like, you have to fight this killer whale. You're not winning. If they're like, you have to fight this group of killer whales, you're still not winning. It's going to be a lot
Yeah.
worse for you because they're going
They're
to
called a
play
pod. No.
soccer with you. I know. I was going to say a pod, but
Yeah, they'll play,
I'm
play
just
around.
giving you shit.
So okay, cool. So you guys retreat. You're like, fuck that. Nope. Hell no. Absolutely not. Going back to the camp. You will make it back without issue. The Sylph winds are fast. Like, what's
That's
something gonna
fuckboy.
do? Catch you? If Sonic the Hedgehog's after you, got other problems.
Yeah.
So,
be not afraid.
By Sanic. Yeah.
so we'll go back to the other screen with the map.
I hate those types of enemies in video games. Like, I'm going to disappear and reappear. Ooh.
Yeah, those things are bastards.
Using a two-handed weapon that's slow to swing.
Yeah. So yeah, you come back. You make it back to the camp. Obviously, Sam looks a little bit crispier. Hair's like all stand up on end when he pulls off his helmet and stuff. Looks a little frazzled. Eli, your hair also sticks to your hat or whatever you've got on your cloak. You both look like you got fucking hit by lightning. Really cool. So, well, I mean, that's what you see them both get back looking kind of terrified, kind of out of breath, and definitely shocked.
Everything ties purple.
What?
Those ears are burned too. Oh,
Seems a
Did-
bit cooked.
I guess you met up with something?
Yeah, one of those corpse candle thingies, I think. That we were getting told
Radic.
about. It was like green fire, but it wasn't like fire. It was just light, and it was super darty and really quick.
and
And
skull in it likes to shock you.
yeah, it didn't feel pleasant.
Uh, you got rid of it?
Yeah, we got rid of
One.
one, but there was like three more, and so we just left. We were like, it's not worth it. So, anyways, we shouldn't take the group that direction.
Yeah, we need to go like a little bit
specifically. We've got to
east
go
or
like
a little bit
around.
west.
We also saw some like weird druid fella just kind of hanging out outside.
That does sound a little odd.
He's probably fine. by himself.
Nothing's happened over here, at least. But I guess so.
Played some Hunter's Gambit. Some people sang some songs. Some guy tried to make pancakes. Yeah, it was pretty pleasant overall, you know.
Pancakes in the snow or in the rain workout.
They're soupy.
He's like eating raw dough.
Okay.
You just,
Were you guys going to try and scout out the other
Nope.
way, or we're just going to start heading out that way?
Well, I don't think we're going to go anywhere today after Sam's experience. But I'd say we should try and next, instead of just going, because we went straight north. So instead of going straight north, we maybe take a little bit more of a circuitous route and see if it's a little safer.
You made that word up. I'm laying down.
Ooh.
Which
Sam,
leading me to
didn't
start with
you
the sea as well.
Pray for healing today, so I didn't eat.
No, I did not prepare healing. I prepared something else. It
Oh,
was not as
okay.
useful as I thought it would
He
be.
made a cool campfire bubble.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
I was going to use it for shelter for people that were too cold, but I decided to try and use it shelter from that thing, and it didn't affect it at all.
Okay.
One of
I've
the
never been this disappointed.
people like comes over and is just like, "Oh damn, Mr. Goodman, you don't look so good."
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you don't look so good.
Your
I
hair's
don't-
sticking up in every direction,
Yeah,
mate,
your
and you
clothes are
smell
burnt.
like burnt hair.
I'm going to take a nap.
So you gotta be okay.
Yeah, I've had worse.
I don't know, man. Maybe you should have the doctor take a look at you.
Is the doctor?
We have a
Question
doctor?
marks. Going boop, 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 boop. Yeah.
So
I
it's
thought we
just
didn't
like,
have
yeah,
a
we
doctor.
said not to worry about it. We got it covered.
I thought
You
that
said
maybe
you
had
got
like
it covered because you had medical supplies, not because you actually had a doctor.
Oh well, those
Uh,
wouldn't be much use without a doctor, would they? I mean, they'd be okay.
Hence our concern.
You see,
Where this is this doctor used to working on people, or is he more of an animal doctor?
an animal doctor. You mean a veterinarian?
Yeah, because I'm used to
know
them.
that was a word.
Because I'm used to them.
I guess because
no,
you're an
it's-
animal.
Like
Animal.
he goes, well, no, it's, and he like turns around and you see, actually, all three of you give me a perception check.
Somebody who's been rolling stealth checks this whole time.
Right?
That
Just-
would be amazing.
You see a
The
box
secret
closed.
doctor.
Is it perception?
Yeah, perception.
Yeah, it's perception.
You see a crate just. Wait a second.
And you
24,
get bonus
24.
24.
Sam and Lamia. So Eli, as usual, is oblivious to the sneaky shit happening around him. He's just John Travolta meme. The two of you notice, right as that commoner is like, "Oh no, it's," and he like looks over. You see him look at Galgan, who is giving him death eyes, just staring daggers at him. He goes, well, he's around somewhere. Look, I'll go find him."
You mean
But it was
him?
only for a second. Where it's not like consistent. It's just for like a moment. He's like, "Better fucking not," and that was it.
Yeah, Lamia's too blunt. You mean him? And she'll point.
What are we looking at
No.
Galgan for?
I didn't look at Galgan. I just looked in that way. I didn't even know. Hi, Galgan. I didn't know you were over there. And he's like already walking. He's just like, move. Yes, I am doctor. Just don't ask where I learned, and I can help.
Where'd you learn?
I said don't
Sam!
ask. You know
No.
Now he's not going to help you.
Now I hope you break leg.
That's
Yeah.
how it works, Sam.
But where'd you learn?
Give me a diplomacy check.
I take lungs now. Guilds come next week. That's every time there's like a medical professional who talks like that. That's what I think of.
I think I can. There's something I can modify that with. Give me one second.
Okay, because that's not great.
No, that's fine. Never mind. I do not. Oh, wrong button. Sorry.
He's
was
not an
looking at
animal.
that. I mean, what are people? But
Sam.
Humanoids. So
Yeah, in the Pathfinder category sense, we are entirely humanoid creatures. Yes.
so it's a 10. Unless Dave decides that you absolutely need to use a reroll.
No.
So you say, where'd you what is this? I'm not elaborating on that. Someone get me my tools.
human doctor tools, right? Or sorry,
Demi
doctor tools, right?
Yes, they're for people.
It's
Sam,
mostly
you're gonna
just a
get
bone
smacked.
saw and yeah, one of the little hammer thingies, check your reflexes, and a bone saw.
Because believe it or not, the tools are about the same. I mean, flesh is flesh. It's the education that changes. Like someone brings him a kit and what looks like some rolled up other tools. Probably won't need these, but let's take a look at you. Open your mouth.
Okay.
Examines and says, yeah, you bit your tongue really hard. One of your teeth is cracked.
Look, I'm just making sure I'm not getting ivermectin again.
What'd you do? Get electrocuted?
Yeah.
By what?
The skull ghost thing. Will-o-wisp?
By
Oh,
corpse
what are they
candle.
Corpse
Wisp.
Corpse candle.
Yeah. Will of the Wisp, as they're also called. Says Radek. Whatever it is, it's dead now, yeah?
Gotta hope.
Me too. You look bad. There's burn
Yeah.
marks all down side of your neck.
It just phases in and out.
You have...
Like-
Oh. It's like looking like underneath like the collar of the shirt. It's like, ah! It's like hurts. As soon as like the cloth separates, like, fuck, okay, that's a burn. That's definitely a burn. But yeah, he'll break out his stuff and he will treat your wounds. Da-da-da-da-da. Because
Yeah,
apparently
olive oil.
Galgan is a doctor.
Smear myself in olive oil. I'll be fine.
Jesus.
And raw oat.
Sam, you're the one that has healing training. You know very well it's not what's going to work for you.
Yeah. It's all natural. Olive oil. There's an extra virgin olive oil. There's not regular olive.
Alright.
That regular olive oil.
It doesn't need to watch anime to be. That's what makes it
Bruh.
extra watching.
Alright. So, treat deadly wounds, because these are technically deadly wounds, is DC 20, I believe. Yeah, DC 20. And then,
I've been worse.
let's see, does anyone except for Sam have a any skill, any ranks in heal?
No.
Big fat no for me.
Additional +2. Okay, nice. 1 second.
Oh, he starts healing.
Oh, wait,
This is old,
that's not right. So he should be getting. Oh, no. I got it. That makes sense. Cool. So he uses 2 uses from one of the healer's kits, and he has a total bonus of +14. Okay. So when someone treats deadly wounds, if they beat a DC 20, so they succeed at it, you regain 1 hit point per level. So you're gonna immediately heal 7 HP. But since he exceeded the DC by 5 or more, you're also gonna heal additional equal to his Wisdom modifier, which is +3. So you're gonna heal 10 hit points. You can only benefit from treat deadly wounds once per 24 hours, though. So you instantly heal 10 HP, no magic. And it takes, a few minutes or whatever, and he's like, all right, that's as good as that's going to get today. Just take it easy overnight, and more of that should healed up, and we can take a look at it again tomorrow.
I got some magic in me, and I can help it along as well.
Whatever you do, just don't strain your wounds. That's all I ask. He's just putting stuff away. The guy that was like kind of talking to you, just sitting there, he's like, I still don't know why you really don't want people to know stuff. Like, this is a really important thing you're doing. Don't worry about it. Alright? My conditions are my conditions. Like, cleans his tools off, wraps them all up. And fucks off. So it's just you guys again.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Unless you try to, grab one of them, I don't think that any of us are going to hit them with anything that we had weapon-wise.
Good luck trying to grab those things, too. They were flitty and fast. Not that one disappeared after it hit you for a minute, and then it reappeared.
Yeah.
So if we see something like what you're describing, we should just get away from it.
Yeah,
probably. It's our best bet, I'm thinking.
Also, as far as those suckers hit, I'm used to taking hits. It'd kill anybody that's not prepared for that. We're used to taking some damage.
Right.
I'm trying to think of how you would word that for a commoner taking this level of damage. Yeah,
it's just like anybody who's not ready for it is goner.
Yeah, because that first damage, I was like, oh, that's pretty high, right? No, that was medium low.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. It's higher than that.
And it's very unpleasant.
Okay, so we're staying here for another night.
Hopefully the weather improves at least a little bit, and it'll make it easier to check the area around us and see if there's somewhere else we can go. Because maybe if it's not so dark like it is today, they don't show up. Maybe we can get through that area in the light.
It's only been 2 hours, though, in-game. So, but, yeah, any further exploring is up to you guys.
I mean, I'm down to at least do, a perimeter check or something.
Yeah.
Just need somebody to come with me, but
Radek
I'll ride the
with
horse around. Yeah.
Radek will go with you.
I'm gonna hold on to my bow and put an arrow on the string and try and stay awake.
Yeah. Just fuck, ow. You're still fresh off a full night's sleep, so you're not tired enough to sleep.
Yeah.
You're just like, ugh. But cool. So you guys kind of do perimeter check going around, just making sure that nothing else has invaded the perimeter. See a couple of the other warriors and stuff are doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. And Radek will talk to you and say, look, even if we're not going to go looking for a den or something, this spot for camp is too exposed. I think we need to move, at the very least, spend some time moving into the thicker wood, the tree cover and stuff over there. Just kind of pointing off into the woods where you can see that it gets a little bit more dense. With better wind breaks and things, we can clear spot, make a fire pit, things, because we don't know how long that weather's going to be like that. We may be stuck for a while.
Right. No, I mean, it's a good idea.
That out here.
Might as well make the most of a look up daylight
Yeah,
and get it done soon.
yeah. Maybe calm before storm, but I think we need to at least do that.
I agree. Ooh.
So you guys go around. Go ahead and give me a perception. Get a +2 for aid.
Electricity makes me yawn. Or being electrocuted makes me yawn, apparently.
Shocking.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that natty 1.
All right, you're looking one way. Roddick looks the other. And you're like, I don't see anything. And he's like, cool, I didn't either. You go back to camp.
And tonight's snail poll is a tie.
As
With 1 minute, we roll another one now.
so as you guys are, I imagine delivering the message of like, okay, look, it's gonna be tedious. We need to break camp and like move deeper into the woods. That whole plan. Does anyone object to that, or you're like, yeah, this makes sense?
Lamia definitely doesn't.
Wow. Cool. So you guys break camp. You spend a few hours just like getting things migrated, digging a fire pit, and just trying to shore things up and make it a little bit more livable, just in case this lasts more than a few days. Brain. As you guys are moving your things over and like getting them all set back down, people are starting to like dig out the center area. Excuse me. As you guys are getting that done, one of the warriors shouts. It's not even like intelligible words, just like, hey, ah! Like, he just like got surprised by something. Everybody looks up, you see one of the other ones like come like run over next to him, and you can see that someone is walking out of the woods to the north. It appears to be that same old man that you saw earlier. Whereas before he just had... It almost looked like it was just like a dude who just gotten out of bed. Like he had a really ratty looking, just like tunic stained on, like kind of hair's just like matted down, and just sort of watching you pass. No weapons, nothing like that. Now he is covered head to toe in contrasting paints and dyes. He's got like a red sort of like almost like a domino mask kind of paint across like the front of his face. The rest of it is black with what appears to be these like blue streaks, almost like tears down the sides, and then a white streak next to those, and it seems to go all the way across his body in varying patterns and designs. He has this like ugly stiff fur shawl over his shoulders that is hooked by what looks like 2 crooked bird, like raptor talons. And there's some kind of fetish charm thing hanging down from the center of it with a medallion made of little small bones and a shrunken skull at the center of it. He has like a big, twisted, charred oaken staff in his right hand. And there's many other like necklaces and bracelets and all sorts of just accessories like draped over himself, mostly wearing furs and tattered cloth. As he walks up, the guy yells. It's just like, "Hey, not any closer! Stop! And the guy just keeps walking. Looks at that guy as if to acknowledge him, but continues forward. That warrior dude grabs up a crossbow and aims it at him. Looks at the other dude next to him. And right as like it looks like you guys, I imagine, are reacting, maybe grabbing your own weapons or coming up to aid them. Right as it looks like, oh shit, they're about to shoot, this is about to go off, the guy finally stops. Taps the staff twice on the ground. He takes a deep breath, and when he speaks, it just booms out towards everyone. The problem is, none of you speak the language he's speaking.
Of course.
Except Sam. You pick up words in Druidic.
Oh.
You pick up the word trespass, you pick up the word rejected. You pick up the word death. You pick up the word sacrifice. You pick up the word flight.
I don't.
I
didn't catch all of that.
But everybody else just hears like Umbala Hokan Tashuge.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I
what?
hear too.
Yeah.
Death, Tala. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I only know a couple of those words. Can I interpret from tone if this is like helpful information or not helpful information?
You can all give me a sense motive. Sam, your DC is much lower, is like normal compared to everyone else's. It's a little bit higher.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yes, that is the highest I would ever expect to roll.
So yeah, Labia and Eli, you're trying to like read the body language, but also just get a hunch. The hunch DC is 20, so unfortunately neither of those makes it. Sam, you're also trying to specifically interpret the meaning of his words and stuff, which is why DC is different. You definitely pick up that this is a threat for sure. This man, he appears calm, which the other two of you pick up that this guy doesn't seem stressed or frantic or anxious. He seems calm, but you don't otherwise. You're like, it's hard to get another reading. Whereas for Sam, like with the words and like the way that his face looks as he says them, and like the emphasis that he puts on certain things, it's definitely a threat. And you're piecing together that he also appears to be waiting for an answer. Like you have a choice here, but the words are still too broken. So you're just like, fuck, I need more than that, probably.
Do we have a map? Map?
You do. Obviously not of this area, though. You don't even have a cartographer to make a map of this area.
Right.
Like of the country, at least.
Yeah. You'd have like a regional map for for Setsega, yeah.
I'm gonna gesture of I can probably pick out where Hallett is, and I'm gonna do my roughest of like where we're trying to get in this cradle. Correct? Is
mm-hmm. The cradle of the moon is
where we would like to be.
The map is in.
Well, I mean that's not where the settlers want to be, right?
Oh, where the settlers want to be. Sorry,
they don't
somewhere.
They're trying to find a good spot. Yeah.
Okay.
They don't necessarily want to be in the cradle, but yeah, they're trying to go.
Okay.
North of Hallett.
I'm gonna point at us three, and I'm gonna gesture. I guess I don't know what words I know in Druidic.
It's just broken
like,
speak. That's all.
Like home, not home. We go, us here. Everyone else, home build. I gotta point about location.
As you're speaking, he's just
and
like
thumbs up,
staring at you. Like it's not clear if he's listening or if he's like making some other kind of interpretation. He doesn't like get super close. He like stays where he's at.
Because if death here, us not here. Trespassing. Us not trespass. Us home. Other.
He speaks in Ulu next.
I knew I could get him to do it if I spoke it bad enough.
Oh my gosh.
He says, "You speak the tongue of the world. You You have the stench of them on you.
Who's the one?
He just kind of makes like a gesture towards like the rest of the camp.
Ah,
There's
because I've been around some unsavory people.
Their cities infect you. The technology, their ways that tear away from the sanctity of the wilderness. You know they are the enemy. And yet you share the bounties of the Untamed with them, and even blaze a trail into its heart. I will not ask why, but I give you my pity for your lack of wisdom.
My wisdom is pretty good, actually.
Oh gosh.
What's it called?
I just want to say this music is perfect.
Yeah, I know. I've come a long way. I'm not even from this continent. I'm assuming different continents, island, whatever you want to say, call it.
Oh, you're definitely from a different continent.
Yeah, continent, yeah. And I'm here to help people. Now we have business. We're going to the cradle for a temple, correct?
Yes.
That area of the cradle. We're going there to figure out some going-ons. And I thought while we were up here, we could help some people that wanted to settle, create new life, and expand. We could do that, but I don't want to infringe on your zone that you care about.
Infringe? It is far too late for that. You wish to know what I spoke to you. To all of you. You have already trespassed. You are already in violation of the laws that we have set for this land. Recompense is needed. You will provide a sacrifice. You will die standing here, or you will die in flight. It is one of you, or all of you. And he looks at you specifically, Sam, and says, I would hope you can at least make one worthwhile decision while you stand there a meek lion leading a flock of sheep. Choose.
I stood my ground some time ago, further south, with someone a lot like you. Terrorized out of a tree, became a bear. Fucked me up pretty good.
Fire.
But I didn't run.
That's good. It has been a long time since we had a worthy challenge. Then he pauses. Wait. A question. Did he send you? The antlered one who speaks to flowers.
Shaluli?
That is not his name.
That's what we call him, I think. Does Shalubi have antlers? Sorry.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, he
Oh,
does.
yeah, okay.
He has elk antlers.
I think I've missed that this entire time. Well, yeah, he did direct us towards this area.
When?
Like
When
3
did you
days ago,
see
right?
him? Yeah.
Oh.
It's been about 3 days.
Yeah, about 3
Or-
days.
Well, no, it's been about
Well,
5 days. 5 days because you guys did
Yeah.
another thing.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, been about work week.
He might not. Never mind.
Then he is alive.
Well, as far as I know.
I mean, unless something happened to him for 5 days.
Yeah.
Doubtful. Doubtful, that one. Very well. I would like to see what he is after. Consider this a stay of execution. He just like starts turning very slowly. Like the two people with the crossbows are just at this like they were like locked in for a little bit, and if you like glance over, you can see that they're just looking at you two like, what the fuck is this? Do we shoot him? Like they're just frozen.
I mean, if I wasn't Sam, yes.
I mean, yeah, if this is Thursday,
Yeah,
he'd
no.
already got attacked.
Oh, well,
just-
you're gonna leave after threatening? I don't think I can have that.
He's just like
Yeah.
shuffling off like an old man would, still cackling madly. And then when he's about 10 feet away, it just stops all of a sudden. Pops his neck. And then he turns into a large-sized bird. And whoosh! Takes off. A bunch of leaves and shit scatter all over the place, kind of obscure the vision of whatever he turned into. It flies off, disappears from sight.
You never see him. That was a really
Well.
big bird.
I wasn't making it up. The dude that I fought one time turned into an owl, turned into a bear, came out of a tree.
He wasn't very pleasant.
I don't think that's the same guy. Very similar, though. At least in people skills.
So I guess Lamia will turn to like the settlers and be like,
I'm
well,
gonna go
if-
east or west. I don't think we're
One
going
of
north
them-
anymore.
People are trying to like fan someone that looks like they're passed out, but you can just hear this very low, almost quiet scream. And like, stop, he's gone. Stop, he's gone. It's like, ah! That guy was creepy. Go ahead, sorry.
well, I guess it's fair to say that it seems if we continue further and you guys make a settlement, he might end up coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be bad. How did he turn into a bird?
Magic.
Yeah, I would assume so.
One of the warriors just would shooting him next time be a good idea?
Sam, do you know how like strong someone have to be to cast magic to turn themselves into a bird?
Oh, probably not.
Not
But-
just a bird, a large bird.
I don't even.
I would say, Sam, you have like the innate sense of like you would need to be much further along than you are to be
Yeah.
able to ask for a gift like that for sure. So,
Yeah, a man has many years on this planet, continent, this land.
Okay, so to answer that question, then shooting him at first would not be wise.
And I think if everybody here had a crossbow and everybody shot him and then reloaded and kept shooting him, that'd be the idea.
I want to say if we were gonna
Right.
fight him, then yeah, you shoot him.
Yeah. I don't think we should shoot him out of fear. I think if it comes down to it and it's going to be him or us, we need to make sure all of us are in that fight.
and we've got a plan, at least like somewhat loose plan of how we're gonna fight him instead of just shooting him, half cocked.
Like that story I told, he turned into a bear, he turned into a big bird. Came out of a tree. Be careful about trees, like a lot of things people can do with nature that I haven't even touched on yet. So.
Yeah, we should probably not settle up here. It's probably a reason people haven't gone much further north. I think that's fair.
Until we start getting literally just the numbers to settle up here. We can't start. I'm assuming from now on we can't settle with a small group. You got to move like a whole city up here at one time. That's the only way it would be possible.
Oh shit!
Oh, hi.
Hi, the lynching hour. We're like 20 minutes over, so appreciate the raid though.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hope y'all
We're
had
gonna take
a
you
good,
guys on the trip somewhere else too.
I was wondering why we were still playing, because I was like, man, it feels
trying
like
to finish
we've been.
the scene.
Yeah. Well,
guess we're here for another 3 hours, guys. Sorry.
Oh god.
I'm gonna put my head down and go to sleep. Wake me when we're done. Wake me when that guy tries to kill us.
North isn't working, so I'm assuming. Look at the map. Look at the east. East might be good.
Yeah, maybe. Then that's when Radic will speak up and just say, I don't think we can leave. He said that was a stay of execution because he wants to see where we go. I think leaving means we take that reason away.
But I also don't want to head straight the direction we came. So if we're going, I think Sam's right. We take a more circular route. We go east and we hook up.
Yeah. East, northeast, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody looks fucking terrified. I'm like, wait, we can't leave? What? What do you mean? No, we just go back. It's not that far. But he starts to settle them down. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We just have to get around, let them do what they're going to do, and then that kind of thing. Without a sense motive check, though, just so we can wrap here with no more rolls. Oh shit! Wait, you guys are all tied, aren't you?
Yep.
I have not rolled a 1.
No, just me and Panda.
Oh, him and Panda are tied. Okay, we gotta have one more roll then. Everybody give me a sense motive. Let's see if this does it.
Oops.
Watch Molly roll a 1.
Maybe pretend you're Scarletto.
Oh, you want me to roll
Everybody.
a sense motive?
Sense motive,
Where'd
yeah.
my character sheet go?
Oh.
It disappeared. I'm gonna.
Well, you better hope nobody else rolls a 1. Alright, nobody rolled a 1.
2 was real close.
Okay, so Sam and Eli, you guys can tell, even though he's calming everybody down, saying, hey, it'll be fine, they're going to do what they have to do. Radic does not believe that. He does not think everything's going to be fine. But he is telling everyone else that to get them to chill out. And that's where we'll end our session tonight, because holy shit, we're way over.
Don't worry, Ellie, you won.
Thank you all for coming and hanging out. Please join our Discord. Tell us stars from today, stuff you really liked, wishes, what you want to see in the future, what you want to see more of. We have Patreon. You should join that. It's got cool stuff on it. We just got this month's Making TTRPG up a little bit ago, thanks to some ridiculous audio difficulties of very frustrating intensity. And we did a review of Batman Year One, the comic, not the movie. And that was cool. That's up too. And then Panda's got the Don't Sleep to This podcast comes up. And then we're doing installments of some writing for the Shard stuff that Patrick's doing. So all that stuff's really good. It's all at different tiers. It's all different whatever. Just check it out though. See what you want. See what's worth it to you. And if not, you can just give us a good thumbs up or share with other people who you think might be interested. That'd be great.
Hell yeah,
it's all patreon.com/unnatural_1s, by the way. Same as everything else.
Yep, and if everything goes well, we should be able to, or I should be able to see you all live over on twitch.tv/Lost Initiative on Friday for the start of Assault on Omega. But stay tuned on Daleworks' various channels to get an update on that, and I'll try to update y'all in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord already, get going. And for our buds over at the Liching Hour, thanks again for the raid. We're going to go ahead and find somebody to share the love with.